Hello. We are the Keshe Foundation. Our mission is to bring peace on earth and join humanity with the universal community. We wish and work to bring man as equal to all beings in the universe. By teaching plasma science and technology equally to everyone, no one is left out and no one is abused due to lack of knowledge. By donating to us, you can help achieve this goal. keshefoundation.org/donate.
Plasma products found at keshefoundation.org/store. Soothing, reusable plasma eye and migraine mask. Eliminate eye fatigue and relieve stress in eye area. European certified medical device. Massaging plasma insoles. Bring comfort back to your feet and energize your legs. European CE certified medical device. Antiseptic plasma liquid hand soap. Promotes well-being and relaxation with protective plasma formula. CE certified. One Soul Plasma T-shirt. GAN's formula within the symbols and stripes brings mind, soul, and body into balance. European certified. Pain Relief Pen. Emits a concentrated plasma field at point of pain, efficient up to 3 centimeters below the skin. CE certified. The Magrav's Energizer and Alkalizer raises pH and energizes water through magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Pain Relief Pad, a result of years of research in nanoplasma technology with magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Visit the online store at keshefoundation.org/store. or find a distributor near you. Tax and shipping not included.
Welcome, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, 25th Public Testimonial Meeting for Monday, December 10th, 2018. So we invite you all to please share your experiences in all languages. We have hosts here today, Rick Kremen, myself, Flint Mulhausen, Pia Larson, and Danny Moe. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Flint. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Danny there as well, I think.
Yeah, hello and welcome. It's great to be here again. And I'm looking forward to all these beautiful testimonials tonight. So do we have anyone who'd like to start? Okay. I know we have Jalal who would like to give us an update. Jalal, can you hear us?
Yes, Danny.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you. So you're beginning with me?
Yes, that would be fantastic, Jalal. I remember you would like to give an update. Would you like to tell us the story for those who weren't there about a year ago and listened to your testimonial?
Yes. Just me. It was quick. I didn't prepare for that. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's my name, Jalal, and I am a student in private teaching by Keshe Foundation. And it came to for one case that is one of my relatives have some disease, and this one is if we can call it generation by generation, and it called tinnitus pigmentosa. I think a lot know a little bit about that, and this is with the time, like you see through the tunnel, and if it begin when youth or young, and with the time, this person or this patient will be blind. So when I came through this case, I offered, from my knowledge, I offered liquid plasma CO2 and liquid plasma zinc oxide. In the first time, she was better, but not good. She feel very comfort with the water. And then when the Keshe Foundation brought up the eye drop, we ordered it from Keshe Foundation, and she started to use it. And about 1 month or more than 1 month from using it, she was very happy that she do not have any migraine, because in the beginning when she want to read or write something, she must focus and she cannot, and then she will have a headache. So with the time, she started to read again, and she went to study, because she do not have this pressure in her head. So about one week, less than 1 week, 5 days, she called me and she said, I made a test, and the test was very wonderful and amazing, that the assistant of the doctor, which is testing her eyes, she told her, there is so much difference between the 2016, the test we took, and today. And that cannot be, because, you know, with this situation, no one can come in this rapid way developing this eyesight. So it can't be. Normally, it's going worse and worse and worse with the time, with the aging. And she said, unless you was cheating in the first test. And she said, if I am cheating in the first test, I cannot cheat in the beginning one, and that was 2013. So what do you think? I said, I don't know. She said, are you cheating? I said, why I cheat? When you, you know, the test of that, they see the wide of the eyesight. So they give you some lights, and if you see the light, you press the button. And she said, there's so much difference between the first one you took here in this laboratory and now. It's too much different. And she said, okay, can you give me the measurement? I said, yes, I will give it to you. So I will share with you photos. She sent it to me, but it's not the full report. She's making it for special for us, for Keshe Foundation, because she is very pleased and want to spread this beautiful news from her to all humanity. But she couldn't have really have the time to do that. So she sent me some pictures, I would like to share with you. Just 1 second, let me prepare everything here. It was really something amazing, this one. So I will share with you one photo, and then we share the others. Can I share screen, Danny?
You need to just share video?
Yes. No, pictures.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is the report from 2016. And if I can.
Flint, could you read that for us, please?
Oh, Flint, go ahead, Flint.
Yeah, sure.
You have my permission. Why you laugh, Danny?
Well, I can see retinitis and patient. So, and I remember about a year ago that you were looking it up, I think, Flint. And that was a degenerative state, and it went through generations and ends with getting blind, right?
Yeah. You see here, this is the right eye. It is 0.2, 0.3. And the left eye is 0.1. And this test is in 2016. And who can read Swedish, he can understand, or Norwegian, I think the same. He can understand what is happening here. So I will stop sharing and go to the others pictures because I didn't prepare it very well. So stop sharing, go back here. And go again, sharing. And this is the test for the eye 2016. She sent me 2 pictures of the right and left, but unfortunately it was only one. she thought that she sent me the 2 of them. So this is one of the pictures. If you see this spot here, let me annotate. If you see this spot here, this one, it's very, very big, and you see here, and this is part of it. When you go in 3D, you see all this black here. You see that is very, very, very big ones. So I will show you now the other pictures, and later maybe we can join them together. I didn't have time to do that, sorry. This is one of the pictures. This is, I think, the left one. It's not the right one. And if you see this one here and this one here, it's not like I didn't see the left one. If this is the left eye, I will show you the other one and we will compare it again, see how is the difference. Because from the result, it was very beautiful. And the test, she did have the right eye is 0.2 and 0.3. In the 2018, it was 1.5. And the left side one, it was 1, and in that 2016, and now it is 4. So it is huge. Let me check this one.
Yeah, I think it would help if we had the two of them on one page.
Yeah,
if we were sure which one it is, we're talking about the left or the right, and
exactly. So I cannot say which one is one, but
if you just drop them to me, I'll get them on one screen here for you.
Yes, I will send it to you.
You just drop them in Zoom there.
Yes, I will do that. So the progress here, what the doctor said, that this thing, and from your medical history, and because this is what you call it, generation.
I think it was degenerating, no?
Yeah, degenerating, and cannot be what we see now. And she asked her, because I asked her that she bring all the files, and the doctor said, okay, what you want to do with it? She said, I have another friends who there's doctors and they would like to see. And she said, okay, but I will give you the old pictures and the last picture of you, the eyes, but the document paper, I will, it will take time to fix it. So in the next public testimonial, I think we will have it, all of them, and we will send it to Keshe Foundation. We will put it as a document, because it is hospital documents for one case that is really, and this one, because of eyesight, is very important thing, and with degeneration, it's not an illness, it's not a disease. This is coming with the DNA, so it's very difficult to have such a result, really. The beauty in one thing more, her father, he is blind, and when we sent him this the eye drop, and he is using it, sometimes he can feel the sunlight, sometimes he can see it. He can see this light. in some cases. This man is blind for more than 30 years. And he has such a result or such a feelings. It was beautiful. And now he is very happy with it. And I suggest that we go to another process. She told me he's not here. He went vacation with the mother, of course. But she told me once he told her that when he wake up, what has happened sometimes, 2 or 3 times. When he wake up, he can see the furniture in the room when there is light in. It's not very as a normal person, but for a one person who is blind, it's more than incredible. He can see it, see the chairs, see the ceiling, see all these material things inside the room, but it is for just for a short time, not more than as she explained. I didn't speak to the man for a second. I said, okay, let him come and we will make another procedure with him, because as I understand, it needs full treatment as we are doing with the spray and wash and all these things that that even the face accommodates this new a new path of curing. It's come totally one package. You cannot only go to the eyes and you leave all these muscles and what they call it in medical terms. I do not know them, but I know what I'm speaking about. So it is very beautiful news, and in the next days it will be documented. You can all go to the Keshe Foundation, especially wiki, and also the magazine. And I think it will come up in the January edition. It will add up to our testimonials. So thank you. Any question, we are available to answer.
That's definitely a good one for the Plasma Scientific Journal, Jalal. Really, really good.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's documented before and after. This is what people need to remember to do if they can, to try to get some photographs, or even better is to have a doctor or some professional interact and get that documentation down and have it recorded. And it could be a year or two later before some big results come through, and then it's documented. You've got a history on it, so that's important.
Exactly. Exactly. Sorry, someone's calling me. Let me see what.
Okay, shall we carry on while we wait for Jalal to come back? Is there any other questions or comments about that? Has anyone else had any similar experiences with the eye drops or eye conditions? I remember there's several testimonials, I think, regarding eye conditions. Maybe I can find one here in the testimonials.
Yeah, statistics say that 1 in 3,500 people get it.
Well, let me read while we're waiting here, let me read the testimonial. Oh, you're back, are you?
Yes.
Okay.
So, any question, guys?
We have some hands up here, so let's, we've got Mark. I'm just going to promote them here. And Christian.
Yes, Jalal, thank you for that presentation. Did you say, I was intermittently hearing, did the person have a reduction in pressure in the eye or an increase in vision? What were the, what actually transpired?
Look, because she need to focus, and this put a hell of pressure in her eyesight. So if she want to read or to focus on something, she must have really a high pressure in the eyes, in the eyeball, you know, in a way, I think, because of her condition, she cannot go more than 5 minutes for some subject, or if she want to read something, because this will make a headache, and she always have migraine because of the eyes. So after she took the first liquid plasma I offered her before the eye drop, she was relieved from the migraine. She have this migraine, but not for a long time, and not much as before. And then I suggest that we buy this eye drop, and because it's recommended from Keshe Foundation, so we buy it, and she used it. With the time, every week or every 2 weeks, she always contact me, and I always contact her because I am very concerned about that, especially this one, because the whole family, her brothers and sisters, they have the same situation. So it was very, very unique case, because this person, she accepted. She is always in contact with me, and she have really, she respects what I'm saying all the time in my teaching, even outside the Keshe Foundation. So she applied this one for herself, and she's fine. She see the result, and it's huge. Mark, you know, if you cannot read, and then you start to go to school, you know, if you cannot read for 2 or 3 minutes, more than 5 minutes, and you go back to the school, it's a huge development. And from what she told me in the last test, you know, in this vision test, the wide of the vision, she have only 2 lines before, and now she have 4. So this tunnel now is becoming bigger and bigger, from 2 to 4. It's a huge thing. And even the doctor, I said, why didn't you tell her? She said, look, there is some people you cannot really go so quick in that. You need to step by step. And she said, I do not know very much about the knowledge. So she said, excuse me, I couldn't speak about it. But I promise you, next time I'm going to her, maybe in a month time, next year, I will speak about it, and I will tell her exactly what happened. So I think we are bringing one doctor to the family, because
That's a beautiful, beautiful story. I know somebody who takes a pressure reducing for the eye, and the bottle is about a half an ounce of liquid, and it costs $99 with insurance.
Let them use this eye drop. It's really make a big difference in a short time.
That should go in the scientific journal for sure, Jalal. Yeah.
Yes, it will go there. But I must bring all the documents, and we will do it. So thank you, Mark, for the question.
Thank you for sharing.
Jalal, I've got a question too. Christian speaking. I would like to know, for how long time did this lady take the eye drops of the Keshe Foundation?
I think now the eye drop, it came this year, January, if I'm not wrong, or February. I support her with the liquid plasma 2017, and we ordered it in the same year, 2017. It took a little bit more time because something happened with the order. It took about 3 months, but in that time I was supplying her, but she didn't took really as recommended from the Keshe Foundation. So only this year, Christian, she took the eye drop.
Thank you.
Welcome. So if there's no other questions, check the...
You should get her the new eye mask now that's out.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, Flint. Thank you. Really thinking about that.
So with her taking this stuff pretty much this whole year, she's had 100% improvement.
It's more.
More than
from 0.02, 0.03 to 1.5. It's a huge
difference, yeah. And it's only going to get more as she keeps doing it.
Yeah, and from 1 to 4, it's a huge 400% from what she had before. It's not only that, you know, even her emotions different now. Now she accepted to talk. She accepted to hear. Before she is nerved. She cannot stand all these noises. She cannot stand much talk. You see the difference, because it's all really it's all connected, you know. If you have something bother you in your body in one place or any place, you cannot stand anything else because you have pain, you know. And the beauty, what I really make me happier than the eyesight, that she went to school again to study. And if you show also the eye drop.
Not sure if the eye drops are available.
I've never seen eye drops
currently. I think that was.
Yeah, they're there.
Are they there? Okay, let's
scroll down to
wellness, perhaps. Let me see.
Yeah. It'll be at the bottom.
And you know what is the beautiful thing more? Before, she cannot go out in the night. because nearly she cannot see anything. And now in this time, she is working night shift.
Did you say you created this, Jalal, or you got this from the store, the Keshe store?
Keshe store.
Yeah, I don't think the eye drops are currently available, but maybe they're in the U.S. store.
In
Well,
that time,
they weren't
limited.
It was a the
GANS bottles?
GANS. No, it was the GANS powder packets that Mr. Keshe had the Japanese foundation make, and since that went, whatever, they went away. It used to be a trial program of 4 packets.
Yeah, I don't think they're.
And there were powdered Ganses, and you'd had to make the. There was one
but,
for the skin, one for the eye, one for just general CO2, and then.
Flint, I ordered a second one before about 5-6 months. What it came liquid. 4 bottles of liquid.
Yeah, that's the one I remember, but I don't see it here unless it's hidden somewhere. Just go through the products.
It's not there. I came through the products. I didn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, but what is available now is the
eye mask,
the GANS water dispenser. You can see my picture there, I guess. Or can you? Yeah. The GANS water dispenser. And also what comes with that is a bottle of CO2 GANS. And you can order different, they call it GANS Reserve for Water Dispenser. And there's actually a whole list of different GANSes available. There's all the regular Ganses and different ones like dandelion roots and garlic and rose and all these different herbs, as well as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and so on. And the regular 4 Ganses of the CO2, the zinc oxide, the CuO, and the CH3, and with amino acids. And you get, I think it's 100 milliliter jar of material for that. 60 euros or 70 for some of them, I think. So it is available as far as the basic Ganses if you wanted to create your own mixture or were, experimenting with different uses for the GANS. In this case, it's specifically for the water dispenser is the way it's marketed, and it has to be paid through a special bank here where the manufacturer gets paid directly. So it's special. This is a new product that's just been released from the Keshe Foundation. And like I say, it goes along with the water dispenser and is made to, the idea is you put the different Ganses around the water dispenser, and the fields of the Ganses will interact with the water that's in the water dispenser. So it charges the water with the fields. And that way you don't have to lose any of your Ganses. You just strap them to the water dispenser or set them nearby, and they do their magic. Others that are more advanced might have other uses for the GANS in the GANS containing the GANS bottle.
Exactly. If you do that and you put both of them, CO2 and zinc, next to this jar, you will get the same effect.
Yes, and some people might add ganses to the water in the jar and let it settle to the bottom and just take off the material, the upper water, the GANS water for various uses. But that's for the more advanced folks. Know what they're doing, what they expect, and so on. But for marketing purposes, the idea is to put the sealed containers of GANS, the sealed GANS bottles, next to the water container with the water in it. Plain water inside. Probably preferred distilled water that would absorb the fields better.
If you are using it to the eye, yeah, it's better.
Good point. Yeah. Yeah, you may not want to mix the GANS in with the water for the eye, unless you let it settle really, really well, I guess. Well, that's a really good story, Jalal. That's amazing. It'd be fun to do, what do they call it, iridology testing of the eyes to look at if the iris has changed in that person that's used the eye drops over extended period of time, because that's often a way of telling healing inside the body. An iridologist can look at your iris and tell which organs have been healing in the last while or which organs have been inflamed. So that'd be, and the little strands in the iris that go dark when they get an organ gets infected or otherwise inflamed will tend to turn white when that organ gets rejuvenated through various techniques of, herbs or fasting and various alternative ways or other ways where the body just spontaneously heals. And those dark areas will turn white inside the iris of the eye.
Is that what they call white water?
White water?
Yeah.
How do you mean? White water is usually for rivers, is the way I understand it. What's white water? What do you mean?
It is, the, what you call it, this, the eyeball.
The white of the eye is
the lens of the eye, what do you call it? The top of the eye.
The eyelid?
No.
Yeah. Well, you've got the lens and the iris, the
retina, which is
the pupil.
I will find it. I'll find it. Don't.
The cornea.
Maybe one of them, but I do not know it in English. This is
perhaps cornea, because that's one thing that occurs is people get what do you call it when the cornea clouds over?
Cataracts.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mark. Cataracts, which are quite common, especially in older folks, and perhaps this would be a treatment or a process to use for cataracts.
It's called the eye lens.
The lens.
We could do with a doctor here. Do we have any medicals here?
I am here, but
is there a doctor in the house? We have Dr. Alex. Maybe he has something to say. You should have your doctorate by now, Alex, eh?
Should be, then. So this disease or something, it catch the islands and to become foggy, and they call it
cataracts, right?
Yeah, maybe this one is.
I think so. Yeah. Well, we can read. I'd like to read a testimonial that's associated with this. Just find it here. I had it lined up. It's decided to disappear on me. Just a second.
Stella is saying macular degeneration. Does that make sense?
That's something different, though.
Okay.
I mean, it's similar. Very similar.
But yeah, Jalal, keep us updated. Maybe you can even get more pictures from your friend.
You know me. I will get the old man to have it tested.
That's great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here's a testimonial from the Keshe Foundation Testimonials page, which is found at testimonials.keshefoundation.org. And it's in the health category, which is also at the top of the all categories. Comes originally from Romania, from Claudia in Romania. And it's in Romanian, but I've got a English translation here. May not be perfect, but we'll see how it goes. Let me just read it so that people can hear what this is all about. So it goes, testimonial from Claudia Tarcisia in, looks like 2nd of December 2018, Romania. Under the guidance of Mr. Cordacia Vasile and Zoltan Szabo, I chose to deepen this knowledge in March. Since that time, I've been part of my life for studies and research because we understood the potential of the MT Keshe shared knowledge with other souls. In October, I made a sinusitis, which then spread with unpleasant symptoms in the throat and then went down to the bronchioles. I categorically refused to consult a specialist. I often used to apply phytotherapeutic treatments and propolis in such cases, but this time they did not work out. Desperately, that we could not breathe because of the stuffy nose, we put the plasma water of zinc oxide and CO2 in a sprayer and sprayed in each nostril about 3 times a day or in need. This plasma water was created together by the Targo Mures group, strictly following the instructions on the Keshe Romania Foundation page for the production of a zinc oxide CO2 GANs with the intention to be useful in health problems. I specify that before applying plasma water, I had the following symptoms: clogged nose, sinus pressure, transparent and abundant yellow mucus, fever, sore throat, discomfort in the lungs, body energy depletion sensations. We use zinc oxide and CO2 plasma water as follows: spraying in the nostrils, spraying on the face because I felt burning my face, pulsation on the throat and in the area of the lungs, plasma bandages on the neck and the lung area, inhaled inhalations made with me with plasma water. I drank the structured water with plasma water, 20 milliliters to 2 liters of water. After use of plasma and plasma dressings, the body condition has evolved to nose blinding. I'm not sure what that means. maybe it's binding, it's not running. The pus that began to produce in the mucus was reabsorbed, became transparent and abundant, remained only a few days. Sore throats have disappeared during 2 or 3 days. The discomfort of the lungs disappeared after about 3 or 4 days. The body energy returned to normal in 3 or 4 days. I mentioned that we have excluded any other treatment during the use of plasma to see concrete results. Another significant result I had with the same plasma, zinc oxide, and CO2 sprayed this time on a tooth to get rid of the pain we had for 2 days. The symptoms disappeared and the symptoms reoccurred when we were spraying with plasma water. On the 3rd day, they almost disappeared. I sprayed those plasma water 3 times a day or when needed. Because we have experienced this technology on our own skin, the truth found on this path is, yes, it can have concrete results. Thank you, MT Keshe has made our access to knowledge possible. Thanks to Konstantin Barbu for bringing my knowledge in the way. Thanks to Cordacia Vassal and Zoltan Sabo for being with us and exploring this beautiful technology. So that's a pretty good testimonial. I think it goes right along with the eye testimonial. The nose is right beside the eye, and they talk about this pressure as well in the sinuses. And perhaps there's a relationship there between the pressures in the eye and the pressures in the sinus and that whole area. It seems like the zinc oxide and CO2 plasma water is a general purpose fix-all kind of product where if you have a condition, you'd spray it over that condition, and generally it tries to return the balance to that area. And it seems like there might be side benefits instead of bad side effects, which almost every pharmaceutical drug that I've ever seen has a list of possible harmful side effects. And you can look at every package. But with the CO2 GAN zinc oxide plasma water, it seems like instead we'll have to have a list of possible beneficial side effects that you may, cure your foot fungus while you're repairing your tooth or something like that. Who knows? But it definitely has multi-purpose effects is for sure. Mark has his hand up, and I'm sure I'm just going to promote you to panelists there, Mark, and you can speak when you wish.
Thank you, Rick. I was just thinking, even in this morning's class and so on, that this is going to be like a WD-40 product. Of course, WD-40 is in the matter state, but it started off probably 40, 50 years ago as something to loosen nuts when you were trying to open something and the nut was frozen. But if you go on the internet today, you will find over 300 or 400 verified uses of the same exact product and formula from 50 years ago. I could name
It's true, and actually some people have used it. They've sprayed it on their wrist if you have arthritis in your wrist, for example. kind of makes sense, lubricant, But I don't recommend it because it's an oil-based kind of product. But I've used it for many, many years as a repair person, mechanic, and so on. It's one of the staples of the toolbox. Yeah, it's been around a very long time. Perhaps the CO2 zinc oxide GANs will be like that. The WD-40 of the health professions. They'll have a spray bottle available at all times. You know, it's part of a, I was thinking of this recently. We should have a emergency first aid kit for, well, both for professionals and for the homeowner, or for your car, let's say. A typical small first aid kit in a car should have like a spray, little spray bottle of, you know, the CO2 GANS water, zinc oxide GANS water combo, and maybe some pain pad patches and all the different products that could help alleviate pain or suffering or other dilemmas, cuts and bruises and that kind of thing. All could be taken care of in a plasma first aid kit. I think that'd be a great product to work on. I mean, if we go into the next, look at the next testimonial underneath this one from Marson, who mentions, 2 weeks ago, a cat scratched me. For a few days, the wound looked normal and everything indicated that it would heal normally. On the 18th of November morning, the heat has become inflamed. There was swelling and a red streak coming directly from the wound in the direction of the hand. For 2 consecutive days, I instilled CO2 water directly on the wound to relieve the pain and eliminate the infection. In addition, as far as possible in skills, I, quote, pulled out the fields, unquote, trying to balance the damaged place. On the 3rd day, the swelling clearly decreased, the redness completely subsided. The finger heals normally, and in a few days, there will be no trace of any wound. So again, we have the CO2 water showing amazing results. And once again, we can go underneath this one, and from Kruger in Mendoza, or Argentina, from the 21st of November. And this translation is, it's in Spanish. The translation is, a remission of uterus cancer in a 24-year-old woman in 2 months. Protocol, plasma CO2, ingestion 30 cubic centimeters, 30 cc's, 30 cubic centimeters, 3 times a day. Sodium bicarbonate intake, a teaspoon of tea as a measure in half a glass of water, common to the pump 3 times a day. Use of a self-made health unit according to plans of the Keshe Foundation, composed of 6 coils and 6 receiving transmitters. But again, the CO2 GANS water is, or plasma water as it's called, is an integral part of these kinds of treatments that have pretty amazing results.
Do we have more people who maybe have testimonials they'd like to share, like the ones we're looking at?
Yeah, let's hear some live ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Hello,
Marius, you have your mic open?
Yes, it's not one of my testimonials. Hello, everyone. I am Marius from Romania. And Johnny wanted to present something. I'm here to translate for him and share some images, some of the devices and things that Johnny did in the last few weeks. So if you can promote, please, Johnny as a panelist. He would like some.
Yeah, he should be coming through there now.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Gianni.
Marius, te rog să pui prima dată cu tehnica dentară.
Yeah, so for first, we would like to present you some things that we have done into technical dental laboratory. So if I may share my screen.
Do you need to share your video or share a
it's some images.
Okay, you should be able to there now, I think. Let me stop the sharing.
Thank you. Let me try to open. They are not very high resolution. Can you see the screen? The image, actually?
Yes.
Okay. Gianni, can you please explain?
Yes. Marius.
Da.
Te-aș ruga să începi cu... Bine, e bine și așa, că pornim acum. Aici este primul experiment pe care l-am făcut cu structura pe care se construiește ceramica în tehnica dentară.
Okay. So here we started with the structure into which ceramic for dental technique is built.
Ce se vede în imagine este un cuptor de calcinat care se folosește în tehnica dentară.
What you can see here is a stove for calcination, I think, which is used into technical dental area.
Am introdus în cuptor pulbere nano.
I have introduced into the stove some nano particles. So it's
obținută din plăcile de cupru.
The nano dust was obtained from the nano-coated copper plates.
Deasupra cuptorul este acoperit cu plăci de cupru nano.
On the upper part, the stove is covered by nano-copper plates.
Și ce se vede în imagine este un suport făcut din țeavă de cupru pe care este o placă de cupru nano acoperită.
And what you are able to see into the greater part of the image is a support built from a copper pipe. It's nano-coated copper pipe, actually, and it holds a nano-copper plate.
Farfurioarele sunt tot din cupru, doar că sunt nano-acoperite până ce am ajuns la culoarea aurie. Am oprit nano-acoperirea la culoarea aurie.
Okay. The plates that you see here are nano-coated copper as well, but he stopped the nano-coating process when they reached this color. Gianni, te rog, poți să menționezi cum ai făcut farfurile, cu ce procedură, ca să se înțeleagă?
Farfurile sunt făcute se găsesc de cumpărat, sunt antice și le-am făcut, le-am sablat cu nisip de siliciu.
Poți să repeți, te rog, ultima parte? Siliciu.
Farfurioarele sunt din cupru și ceea ce am făcut le-am sablat cu nisip în sablatorul care se folosește în tehnică dentară. Apoi le-am introdus în cuptor.
Okay. So these are antiquities. These plates are copper plates from antiquities that were blasted with silica or something.
Sand, probably. Sand blast.
Yes, sand blasted. Yes, I'm not sure with the term. It's a too technical term for me. Okay. Johnny, can you please continue?
Yes. Culoarea galbenă o obțin cu orice material din cupru, fie că folosesc sârmă sau sârmă multifilară sau sârmă filară.
This yellowish color can be obtained with any copper material, be it like this as a plate, be it a wire or multi-filler wire. Okay, da, Johnny?
De 234 de grade.
234 de grade, da?
Da.
So this color is obtained by putting the copper, as you see it, in the stove at 234 degrees Celsius.
Acest lucru l-am obținut doar după ce am construit cuptorul, după ce am introdus pulbere nano în cuptor.
This result was obtained only after introducing the nano dust into the stove.
Mai clar, doar din momentul în care am creat un mediu nano.
So, in other words, these results were obtained after creating, obtaining nano conditions into the stove.
În farfurioare, ce se vede structura aceea, se numește scheletul pe care se pune ceramica. Este din crom-nichel.
Chrome-nickel, okay. What you are able to see into this smaller plate, it's a support onto which the ceramic is put, and it's made from chrome-nickel. Okay, Johnny?
Un moment. Acum. În prima farfurioară este o potcoavă, în cealaltă doar o coroniță, pentru un singur dinte.
Dar doar o singură farfurie aici, asta mai mică. Este și altceva în farfuria asta? Și nu văd.
Da, este o coroniță pe care se pune ceramică, este un singur dinte, pentru un singur dinte.
Ok, să văd cum se traduce coroniță. So the smaller plate contains like horseshoe, or how to say, horseshoe support, and the bigger one contains a crown for the tooth. Actually, it's a support for the tooth.
Am introdus coroana și potcoava în mediu nano la o temperatură de 300 de grade.
I have introduced both of these crown and horseshoe into the stove at 300 degrees Celsius.
După care am trecut la următoarele etape care se face în tehnică, dar s-a întâmplat un fenomen.
Afterwards, we moved on to next steps into the technical, dental, and procedures.
În mod normal, crom-nichelul, când este introdus în cuptor, se oxidează.
Usually, when you introduce chrome nickel into the stove, it oxidizes.
În mediul nano nu s-a oxidat și a devenit și mai ușor decât cel care nu este în mediul nano.
Mai ușor ca greutate, da?
Da. Și culoarea s-a schimbat.
Okay. By introducing and creating this nano environment into the stove, the chrome nickel did not oxidate it. Actually, it changed the color a bit and lost weight.
Ce se vede acolo este deja când are ceramica pusă și aici o rog pe Nico, pentru că m-am ocupat de cuptor, de partea nano. Nico este tehnicianul care face ceilalți pași.
Yeah, so what you're able to see is the result after getting this out of the stove, and Nico will present the next steps because she is the specialist into dental technical.
Bună seara! Deci am pus ceramica, am construit ceramica pe punte. Are...
Tradu, Marius, te rog.
So I have put the ceramic on the deck, I think, or bridged. I'm not sure with the term in the dental technical area, but I think it's bridge.
Am uitat să menționez că și ceramica am mixat-o cu apă plasmatică.
The ceramics was mixed with plasma water. De CO2 sau de care?
Din toate cele patru.
Oh, so the ceramics was mixed with plasma water. The plasma water was actually a mix of the four main gases, the plasma water of the main gases in equal proportions, right? So 25% for each.
Și am observat că are contracție mult mai mică față de când o mixam cu lichidul ceramicii și ca...
Okay, I have noticed that were smaller or less contractions comparing to when I used the regular procedures for ceramics.
Și capătă o strălucire, este mai transparentă și nu este atât de dură la prelucrat.
Este și transparentă, un pic?
Da, da.
Okay. When I used the plasma water for this procedure, I have noticed that it gained like a shiny property, a bit of transparency, and it was easier to mold and to work with.
Deci are o strălucire că nu mai necesită să pun stratul de glazură.
It glows, so it's not needed to put the layer of, one second to translate this, glaze, I think.
Da, glaze, da.
Glaze, yes. So it's not needed anymore.
Și puntea, deci scheletul metalic, nu împreună cu construcția ceramicii, nu se mai contractă, rămâne așa cum a fost la prima prelucrare. Nu se mai modifică, pentru că nu mai apar oxizi în interiorul coroanelor.
Okay, so we have noticed that the bridge and the ceramic construction over it did not contract in any way because there was no oxide in there.
Să specificăm ceva aici. Deci și două tratamente au fost în mediul nano, în cuptorul nano. Primul doar structura, adică potcoaba și coroana. Și după ce a fost încheiat procesul de ceramică, adică straturile de ceramică, am mai introdus încă o dată, cu ceramica pusă, am introdus-o tot la 300 de grade temperatură.
Okay, so the process presented two steps. So the first was putting this ceramics into the stove, and afterwards we put it again at 300 degrees Celsius. Deci, practic, Gianni, tu ai pus de 2 ori la rând, nu?
Da, da. Deci, prima dată doar structura metalică, scheletul metalic, a doua oară când a fost gata.
L-ați mai pus încă o dată.
Da.
Okay, so in the first step they put just the metal structure, and in the second step they introduced it again, and the rest of the constructions.
Pacienta a spus că îi simte că sunt de acolo, că sunt dinții ei dintotdeauna.
Adică mai natural, nu?
Da, da.
The patient said that she feels more natural by wearing them. She feels like she had them since forever.
Mulțumesc.
Thank you very much.
Te rog să continui și cu celelalte foto.
We have a few more pictures to show from this procedure with the nano plasma stove.
Dispozitivul care l-am folosit prima dată. Dacă te duci mai încolo cu foto, o să vezi că am îmbunătățit procesul folosind i-am spus tunel nano.
We figured out actually how to improve the process by creating a nano tunnel, and we will show you just in a few images how it looks.
Aici avem pastilele de crom-nichel pe care le folosim pentru injectat, pentru obținut structura metalică.
So these are chrome-nickel pieces to inject, and to which from which they obtain the metallical structure.
Aici este lucrarea gata, cea de care a povestit Nico, în care prietenul a spus că sunt ok. Și în centru este o altă lucrare care nu a fost tratată în mediul nano.
Asta dintre partea de jos, nu? So as you see here, there is the final construction, the upper part and the lower part. This is the one that was implemented to the patient, and she said it feels very natural. And the teeth in the middle of this image were not treated with plasma. So you can see the difference. Actually, there's different colors. This tooth here, not sure if it's the lighting or something, but definitely I can see some differences in here.
Treci la foto cealaltă. Mărește-o. Da, aici se poate vedea. Mai este încă una, pentru că spre final am trimis foto cu ce am numit tunel.
Gianni, poți să te repezi un pic, te rog, că te-ai întrerupt.
Mai trebuie să mai fie o foto în care se vede ceea ce am numit tunel nano.
Cred că asta e.
Da, exact.
So this here is what we call nano tunnel.
Aici, în această poziție, am obținut rezultate și mai ok decât în farfurioare.
With this build-up, with this structure, with this nano tunnel, we have obtained greater results than with the nano-coated plates.
culoarea crom-nichelului, de fapt crom-nichelul a căpătat o culoare care seamănă cu argintul.
The chrome nickel have changed the color to a more silver color.
Și este mult mai ușoară în comparație cu celelalte.
And it's more it lost weight comparing to the others, so it's more light. It has less mass, so to say.
Prelucrarea, adică finisarea, se face mult mai ușor după ce lucrările sunt tratate într-un mediu nano.
The polishing and the work in general with the obtained results, it's much easier comparing to the other workflows.
Nu mai sunt necesare temperaturile așa de mari.
One other advantage is greater temperatures are not needed anymore, so not so high temperatures for this build-up. Poți să ne spui la ce temperatură? La ce temperatură ai făcut experimentul aici?
La 234 de grade. Scuze, 243.
Okay. So for this case, there were needed just 243 degrees Celsius.
La 234 se face gălbui spre culoare aurie. La 243 culoare argint platină. Aproximativ.
So at 234 degrees Celsius, you get goldish color. It's very close to gold. And at 243 degrees Celsius, you get silver to platinum color.
Deja sunt 5 lucrări care au fost terminate și au plecat la oameni care din prima au spus că sunt excelente. Adică le-au simțit imediat, de fapt nu sunt invazive cum erau celelalte în prima fază.
Okay. At this point in time, we have already completed 5 works that went to patients, and the patients have very, very good feedback for this. They felt better than with other procedures. And
acomodarea se face mult mai rapid.
The accommodation, the getting used to the new with these structures is faster than with regular procedures in the medical dental clinics.
Deja am trecut și la nanoacoperirea cuptorului pentru ceramică.
We now have started nano-coating the stove for ceramics.
Și doar după adăugarea unei cantități mici de pulbere nano.
Da, poți să mai spui un pic.
A trebuit să scădem temperatura. O scădem treptat, acum am început cu 3 grade, dar va trebui să mai coborăm.
Deci adăugând pulbere nano, practic nu e nevoie de temperatură așa de mare.
Da, pulbere nano, elemente nano.
Okay, so by adding more and more nanomaterials in there or nano dust, nanoparticles into the stove, there is less and less need for high temperatures. So you can reduce the temperature by adding nanomaterials into the stove.
Ca o concluzie, Perioada de, cum am spus, adaptarea este rapidă, este acceptată de corp, structura ok, se prelucrează mult mai ușor.
Ok.
Și mulțumim pentru tehnologie și că putem să facem aceste lucruri.
Ok, să traduc. So, as a conclusion for this experiment, we have greater results in working with the materials. They are easier to work with. The patients are more pleased with the results. They feel more natural. And thank you very much for this technology and for.
Lucrăm și cu alte tipuri de materiale, compozit, doar că folosim temperaturi mai mici, între 100 și 150 de grade.
At this time, we are working with other materials as well, maybe composite materials or mixed materials, and we are using less temperatures, like between 100 degrees Celsius and 150 degrees Celsius.
În laborator, unde a trebuit să folosim apă în procesul de lucrare, prelucrare, am înlocuit cu apă plasmatică.
So everywhere we have to use water into the process of working with our means, we replaced it with plasma water.
Chiar și pentru protezele care trebuiesc fierte la o anumită presiune.
Imediat să traduc proteză.
Protesis.
Ok. Așa, deci dacă poți să spui fraza de la început, te rog, încă o dată.
În procesul de termopolimerizare care se face de obicei într-un lichid, am folosit aceeași apă plasmatică, cu rezultate diferite și faine.
So into the process of thermopolymerizing, I think this is the term, we obtained better results.
Și continuăm cu aceste experimente și vom comunica rezultatele.
And we are continuing our experiments, and we will continue with the testimonials and presenting the results as they come in time. Gianni, aș vrea să mai subliniem o dată. Deci, peste tot, în tot ce ați făcut voi cu tehnica dentară, ați folosit mixul de ape plasmatice, câte 25% din toate cele 4, corect?
Folosim și în alte proporții pentru alte procese, dar sunt încă în testare.
Ok. Dar pentru ce am prezentat acum, în seara asta, toate sunt?
Toate sunt în proporție egală cele 4 ape plasmatice de bază.
Ok. So I would like to add again, everything that was shown today as in the use of plasma waters. The plasma water was a mix of the 4 main gas waters, which is copper oxide, zinc oxide, CO2, and CH3 in equal proportions, so 25% for each. And Gianni is tasting also with different compositions of the 4 of them, and he is reaching a bit different results, but he will show us when the time comes.
Lucrarea care este prezentată, care a fost prezentată în foto, pacienta care o folosește și-a tratat problemele, iritațiile din cavitatea bucală cu apă plasmatică de CO2 și ZNO.
The patient who had benefited from this work has also treated her mouth with CO2 and zinc oxide plasma water.
O recomandăm și o dăruim celor care doresc ca să o folosească pentru curățenia cavității bucale. Și nu numai.
We recommend this and we offer it as well to people who need to use it and want to use it for cleansing and taking care of their inside of their mouth and their tissues. And not only that.
Ok, mulțumim și dacă sunt întrebări.
Thank you very much for listening and to watching. And Gianni asked if there are any questions.
I had Marin with his hand up here.
Bună seara tuturor. Hello everyone. Am o întrebare. Ai spus că materialul și-a modificat greutatea și culoarea, raportate cu alte elemente metalice, comparând greutatea și culoarea. Ați văzut vreo asemănare?
Okay, mai întâi să traduc. So the question was, you have noticed a change in weight of the obtaining results. Have you compared with other metals and materials with similar color and properties?
Diferența la cele care sunt tratate în special în tunelul nano, culoarea este asemănătoare platinei.
Gianni, poți să repeți, te rog frumos?
Deci, culoarea față de crom-nichel capătă o strălucire și culoarea apropiată de cea a platinei.
Okay. So the chrome nickel gets a glow effect, a shiny effect, more closer to the platinum color.
Vis-a-vis de greutate, pentru moment căutăm un cântar de precizie, pentru că greutatea, adică densitatea, schimbarea care se face este mică, să spunem așa, și nu avem un cântar de precizie ca să fie extrem de clar.
Okay. At this point in time, we are looking for a weighting machine of high precision in order to determine the weight properties and differences between the elements.
Cântarul pe care îl folosim aici are o eroare destul de măricică.
Hello from everybody. I am
Numai mic, domnul Adrian. O secundă. The weighting machine that we are using right now has a greater error. So we need a new one with less error, with high precision. Da, domnul Adrian.
Hello everybody. I'm a question from Gianni. From test from durity, from this method, is similarity or very or high from test normally and this material.
Da, Adrian, este mult mai dură, dar în același timp și capătă o elasticitate care la coroana normală crom-nichel nu există.
No, and this question is e vorba
Spuneți în română, domnul Adrian, că traduc eu.
E vorba de partea de nu de elasticitate, de duritate și de rezistență în timp a protezei.
Okay. So the question was if the obtained results, this prosthesis has greater resistance in time or elasticity or properties like this. How does it behave?
Specifically, he asked duritate, which means hardness. So the hardness of the metal.
Hardness. Yes.
And by the way, weighting machine, it's scale as usual. Sorry for I dare to translate the translation.
Thank you. It's a better one. So it's thank you.
Deci ceramica, nemai fiind atât de dură, normal că are o rezistență mai mare în timp. În tehnica dentară se caută, de fapt, ceramicile de calitate sunt cele care se prelucrează la temperaturi mai mici și care nu depășesc duritatea smalțului. Pentru că aici ai o problemă cu materialele care sunt dure.
Okay, să spun. So the less harder the material, the more resistance in time. So the thing here is to work with less temperatures. Cred că am înțeles bine?
Da, da. Deci,
dar cu specificația că sunt materiale ceramice.
Da.
Deci raportat la dinți, Marius. Duritatea dinților, materialului respectiv în comparație cu dinții normali.
Da. Trebuie să nu depășească duritatea smalțului și atunci ele sunt rezistente în timp.
Yeah, so this applies to ceramic teeth, and the temperature needs to be less than the hardness of the tooth to last longer in time.
If I may help a little here, the hardness of the fake tooth or the fake teeth should be not higher than the hardness of the natural teeth, because otherwise the natural teeth will be weared off.
Marius, te rog să traduci, că suntem mai mulți în laborator.
Nu,
sau
domnul a spus mai devreme.
Mă iertați, un căciula pe cap și la un pas să ies pe ușă.
Da. Nu, domnul Șandor ne-a ajutat să traducem mai bine ce a spus. Atât. Dacă mai sunt întrebări. If there are any more questions.
Yes. Cum văd medicii stomatologi această realizare tehnologică deosebită?
So how do medical doctors see this realization? Or this result?
Medicul a fost impresionat de cum s-a adaptat lucrarea, cum a simțit și cum a simțit-o.
Vorbim de un medic care are cam 45 de ani de
experiență de practică.
So one medical doctor that had over 45 years of experience was impressed by the adaptability to the... Da, spuneți?
Și de cum a simțit-o în mână.
The adaptability and how the fake tooth felt by keeping it into his hands. The overall feeling of it was impressive for him.
Pentru o documentare științifică mai bună a acestei tehnologii, puteți obține și mărturia acestor medici stomatologi care lucrează cu aceste proteze, aceste hai să zicem, înlocuitoare.
For creating better documentation for these cases, can we obtain better impressions from medical doctors?
Cu medicii cu care colaborăm sunt prietenii noștri, iar ceea ce numim pacienți, s-a stabilit o relație de prietenie și chiar rugămintea de a veni la o cafeluță în laborator, să ne povestească cum se comportă, cum o simte. Și vom obține și aceste lucruri, adică mărturiile medicilor.
Deci pot participa cu mărturii. Okay. So the answer was the medical doctors with whom they are working with are friends with them, and they can contribute with testimonials and impressions and more information about how this can be improved.
Menționez că ambii medici folosesc apa plasmatică, creme plasmatice, obținute tot aici în laborator. Unul dintre ei și-a rezolvat problemele de spate, acum folosește și intern apa. În prima fază a folosit doar plasturi.
Okay, un pic, Gianni. I have to mention that both medical doctors we are working with are using the plasma waters as well, and one of them has removed his back pain with plasma water. Da, Gianni?
Și datorită acestui aspect au văzut rezultatele și continuăm să comunicăm și chiar am făcut rugămintea să adunăm aceste date ca să le putem publica.
Okay, so because of this, they were interested and they wanted to help and deliver this data, and we are collecting data to better document these cases and to show more and more in the time that comes.
Okay, I'd just like to note that doctors can also participate in the private teaching, which is once a week for doctors only or for medical professionals. And doctors can apply at the doctors@keshefoundation.org email address and get into that program. And then they can communicate with other doctors on the level of doctors so that they can exchange the information quickly and so on. So that might be an avenue that they want to explore.
Thank you very much, Rick. So, da, ce a spus Rick a venit cu recomandarea ca acești medici să aplice la doctors@keshefoundation.org ca să participe la cursurile private pentru medici, să ia legătura cu alți medici care mai participă la asemenea cursuri și care mai au tangențe cu fundația și ca să facă schimb de experiențe și de cunoștințe. Dacă doresc, bineînțeles, și dacă...
Am făcut propunerea, unul dintre cei doi medici, hai să-i spunem principali, are 68 de ani și nu prea mai vrea să mai participe la cursuri. Iar celălalt trebuie să avem răbdare, i-am propus și lui, este în prima fază de utilizare a plasmei pentru rezolvarea problemelor de sănătate.
Okay. One of these two doctors is pretty old, and he doesn't want to get involved anymore, as I understood. And the other one needs a little more time to adapt and see more about this and gather more information about plasma technology. Am încercat să fac și o adaptare aici.
Am deschis posibilitatea pentru tehnicieni să vină în laborator la Petrila ca să vadă cum facem și suntem dispuși să-i ajutăm să transforme cuptoarele obișnuite în cuptoare nano.
We also have invited people and doctors and technical people at our laboratory in Petrila. We have invited them to show them how we work and how we do this, and to help them build their own nano stoves and to obtain their results as well.
Laboratorul de tehnică dentară, deja îi putem spune laborator plasmatic și de tehnică dentară.
Our laboratory can be called a plasma laboratory and a dental technical laboratory as well.
Deoarece aici și copiii și profesorii, mă refer cei cu care colaborăm, învață să facă materiale nano, să pornească reactoare.
Yeah, more and more people from our area and from our region are learning how to build plasma reactors and work with nanomaterials.
În timpul săptămânii se face tehnică dentară. Sâmbătă și duminica facem întâlniri cu profesorii și copiii pentru obținere materiale nano, gansuri și proiectele la care lucrăm.
During the week, we are doing our dental technical related activities, and in the weekend we are bringing in children and teachers, and we are learning about plasma technologies and applying it in many applications. Sper că am reținut bine.
Da. Întrebări?
If there are any more questions.
I have a question. There seems to be a lot of people from Romania over the years that are very interested in the Keshe technology. Why do you think that's so? Is there something special about that area? Or is it the people?
Rick a întrebat că de-a lungul timpului din ce în ce mai mulți români au fost și sunt interesați de tehnologia plasmatică Keshe. De ce credeți că se întâmplă asta? Este ceva special la această regiune? Rick, does this question apply to Gianni or to all the Romanians here?
Well, it's kind of a general question, but it's specifically to Gianni, I guess, because he's presented this. But anyone that can answer it, that you know, from your perspective, I think it would be interesting to hear an answer. I've always wondered about that. And we know that some of the roots of civilization have come from that area, and perhaps that kind of rubs off. Maybe it's in the rocks or something like that.
Hello?
Actually.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I am Claudia Tarsisia from Romania.
Okay, yes.
Hello,
and
Claudia.
I have my answer for your questions. Sorry for my English. Rog colegii să mă ajute un pic, vă rog.
Da, suntem aici.
Din punct de vedere personal, cred că în România este deschidere mai mare față de tehnologia Keshe, pentru că am călătorit și în alte țări și am observat că diferența este că foarte multe suflete de la noi lucrează pe partea de elevare a sufletului. Okay. În comparație cu alte țări în care am călătorit. Asta observ.
O secundă să și traduc.
Mulțumesc.
So my answer is from all the countries I have been through and I have visited, I have noticed this difference. Like the Romanians were more interested to elevate their souls and this work of soul elevation comparing to other countries. So it's a personal observation.
Și observ că au o deschidere mai mare spre alternative.
Spre alternative?
Da, spre terapiile alternative, spre alte soluții în general.
And I also have noticed that Romanians in general are more open to alternative therapies and way for treatments in general.
Marius?
Thank you very much. Mulțumesc.
Marius, pentru Ric, cu dedicație.
Da.
Noi, o parte dintre cei care suntem aici, din partea poporului român, din partea universalității umane după această planetă, o parte dintre noi mâncăm plasmă pe pâine, și când dormim și când suntem treji. Pentru Rick, asta.
Adrian's answer for you, Rick, is everybody in Romania and everybody on this planet and in this universe are eating plasma on bread while eating and sleeping and anytime.
Vreau să răspund și eu la întrebarea lui Rick.
Da.
Aici, în Petrila, am aplicat tehnologia plasmatică în agricultură, pentru sănătate, pentru transport, considerându-le una și același lucru. Există deschidere, mai ales în această zonă, și datorită faptului că le arătăm în laborator. Aici, în laborator, avem pornite reactoare și... Am uitat, scuze.
So, one answer that comes from Johnny is in Petrila, they have also applied the plasma applications and technology in agriculture. And what they have done, they have drawn people's attention by showing them in their laboratories how they do it. They started reactors. They have done this practical applications and showing, and this was something that caught attention and people were involved. For us, if I may add, it's a personal thing, we have grown in this some technological related activities, and we like building things. It's in our blood, I think, and to use very, very small things in building something because we don't have as much money to buy something new. So we are used to repair things that are broken, and we in time became better and better at this by fixing things and
inventors.
Some sort, yes.
Yes, inventors.
Și tot pentru Rick, încă ceva.
Mai am puțin, te rog.
Am și eu ceva de zic după aia.
Nu mă pic, okay. Domnul Adrian, să termine Gianni și am intervenit și eu, scuze pentru asta.
Aici, în laborator, au venit chiar ultimele întâlniri cu profesoare de fizică, chimie, arhitecți, chiar și medicii care cunoșteau înainte, au intrat în contact cu tehnologia plasmatică încă de acum 2-3 ani, doar că aici au văzut pe viu cum se face. Le-am arătat cum poate să facă o baterie folosind aceleași lucruri aceeași tehnologie plasmatică. Traduce, rog.
Okay. So in our laboratory in Petrila, there came people that had also known about Keshe plasma technology for a few years, 2 or 3 years. But there they had the possibility and there were the conditions for them to see for the first time this technology applied. And they have seen the plasma batteries, they have seen other applications in there, and that meant a lot. Da, John?
Au avut ocazia să vadă câmpurile, interacțiunea în reactoare.
They were able to see the interaction of the fields in the reactors. Okay.
Le-am arătat cum să își facă cremele din plante medicinale folosind plasma, cum să-și facă, să înlocuiască detergenți, săpunuri și totul a fost o dăruire. Okay. Este o dăruire.
We have shown them how to make their own creams with plants and plasma waters. We have shown them how to make their own soap and detergents, I think. Yes, detergents by using plasma waters. So everything was by giving.
Le-am arătat cum să folosească plasma în alimentație pentru plantele din ghivece și chiar în laborator aici primim plante care în general se aruncă de la florării.
We have shown them how to use plasma in creating their food, in making their food. We have shown them how they can use the plasma for plants in their homes. There are many plants that are being thrown away in flower shops. Flowers that are near dying, or if they don't look very good, they are thrown away. And people like Johnny got those flowers and treated them plasmatically, and they look gorgeous in a very short amount of time. It's stunning.
Le aducem la echilibru plantele și tot după care le dăruim. Și îi ajutăm să învețe cum să utilizeze plasma în tot și toate.
We bring these flowers back to life, and then we give them to people. We offer them, and we also teach them how to do that as well.
Ceea ce este special la acest loc este faptul că utilizăm o încălzire plasmatică și este ceea ce urmează după ce se încheie întrebările și ce mai este acum.
What is also special about this place, and it's about their laboratory in Petrila, especially, it's about the way they are warming up their place using plasma. And that comes next to show you if there are no more questions about this subject. So after we finish about this subject. There was also from Mr. Adrian something. It was
thanks. First, thanks for your response. Appreciate the answers to my question there on why the Romanians had so much interest. That's very interesting answer.
Not sure if Mr. Adrian is here. But...
Yes, I'm here. Deci ce vreau să spun lui Ric și colegilor noștri participanți din afara României este că sub îndrumarea Asociației Keshe România am reușit și reușim să facem foarte multe centre de inovare pe teritoriul țării, în diverse locuri, așa cum este și cel de la Petrila făcut de Gianni. Și aceste centre de inovare sunt din ce în ce mai frecventate de mai mulți oameni. Centrul numărul 1, de exemplu, de la București, este frecventat de o grămadă de ingineri, de doctori și de oameni cu o pregătire foarte înaltă. Deci românii se mobilizează și o să venim din ce în ce mai mult în testimonialele mondiale cu mult mai multe realizări curând. Atât am avut de spus.
Mulțumim. So what Mr. Adrian said is we in Romania are creating more and more innovation centers, and some of them
sub îndrumarea Asociației Keshe România.
And these innovation centers are related to the Keshe Foundation Romania. So we are all together, but we are doing our activities in many cities according to the regions we live. And more centers like this, especially the center in Bucharest, is visited by people with high degrees, engineers, doctors, very well prepared people, and they will come more and more to study and to join us, and soon enough we will have more and more results to show and to contribute on building this technology greater and greater.
Ok, mai am ceva de adăugat pentru toți căutătorii noastre de pe planetă. Dacă fiecare dintre noi facem același lucru, să arătăm oamenilor că pot să înlocuiască produsele pe care le cumpără cu produse obținute de ei cu ajutorul plasmei, deja este rezolvat. Oamenii sunt impresionați în momentul când le arăți practic cum se face și cât este de simplu. Mulțumesc.
Okay. So what Gianni said is, by teaching people and showing them that you can use plasma and replace the products you usually buy from stores and supermarkets, you resolve a lot of problems. And by showing them how to make them, this practical activity by creating the cream, the toothpaste, the whatever, helps them understand more and more and get closer and closer and be more interested about studying this technology and applying it and bring it into their own lives and into other people's lives. And actually, Rick, I may have a personal answer, an answer of my own, is since ages, since thousands of years, people in this region, of course, were higher elevated people, spiritually elevated people. They were very interested in this knowledge, and they had greater knowledge than some of, or the most of us have even today. Their knowledge was kept, of course, not written very much on papers or in rocks, but there is something here that is easier for us to access. Maybe, as you said, it's in the rocks or in the environment or this region specifically, and it's easier maybe for us to access it maybe through our DNA, or I have no idea, but I have noticed that there is something here, and maybe the best way to spread this knowledge to others and offer this knowledge to others is by coming up and in front and showing our results and sharing our understanding. I think this is one of the most important things that we can do, because again, here in this area, we are struggling with lots of things like anywhere on this planet. But the struggle in the end gets to one result, be it in knowledge, be it reaching another step in our evolution. And I think it's very important to share. No matter where you are from, where you're coming from, what nationality you are, doesn't matter. But it's for the greater benefit of all, because we are all together in the same thing. I don't want to call this prison or something, but
on the same planet.
Spaceship.
Yes, on the same planet, yes.
All on the same spaceship. So
yes,
we consider that there's repercussions to what we do, because it is it's a contained space, this planet, in a way. Very good, thank you. That was lovely. Yeah.
Yes, thanks to Johnny, because it's his result.
And one other thing I was wondering, along with that, don't they have myths and stories of UFOs and flying objects in the past history of that area as well? Is that part of the folklore, besides reindeer and that kind of thing, but actual other flying things?
There are actually in the medieval period as well, and in deeper in time, thousands of years, there are proof that there were giants here, there were collaborations with maybe other civilizations, as they are common with a lot of other areas like India, Greece, Egypt, and so on.
Rick?
Yes.
Do you notice something? Although Romanian, they have a lot of shortage and needs, and you see the beauty of sharing their knowledge. So you can imagine how advanced this people is, how elevated.
Yeah, they always seem to be trying to take it to the next level as well, and always aware of the spiritual aspects and whatnot. Okay, perhaps we should carry on to the next.
Before carrying on, there was a saying in our ancient times. It says, you don't treat your eyes before treating your head, and you don't treat your head before treating your body, and you don't treat your body before treating your soul. So this was like a main statement into all medicine-related activities. So they considered all the times the whole, the entirety, not just a part of the body. And this is one thing Johnny reminded us a few times in the last few months by studying and applying this plasma technology as well. Because, of course, you may see things like a local, disturbance or unbalance or whatever. But if you are treating your entirety, your whole being, all your small problems and glitches and problems with the balance in regional areas, they disappear, they go away, they vanish. Yeah. So in this image, are you able to see this image?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a device some of us built, but Gianni made some pictures, and he is going to explain us a little more what it represents.
Aici este soarele care l-am numit GGN, adică Geta, Gianni și Nico. Sunt cei trei principali.
We call this a sun, and it's the GGN sun. GGN comes from Gianni, Geta, and Nico. Așa.
Este montat într-o construcție care este făcută din lemn.
This is mounted into a building made of wood.
Face parte dintr-un ansamblu de, l-am numit soare, sunt 3 sori la o casă cu 5 cm perete, grosime perete.
There are in total 3 of these constructions, 3 suns in that building that has the thickness of the wall of 5 centimeters.
Aici este de terasa care este deschisă cu restul, că de fapt la casă sunt doar 2 pereți din lemn.
Okay. This is the terrace of the structure, and it has an opening and has 2 walls of wood.
Am reușit să obținem acea încălzire plasmatică despre care se vorbește, aplicând ceea ce a dăruit domnul Keshe, principiile tehnologiei plasmatice.
We have managed to obtain this warming up for appliances and for housing that we discussed about and what Mr. Keshe discussed about and told us about. And we have managed to reach that by using plasma technology. Poți să ne spui, Gianni, despre detalii tehnice, despre dispozitiv?
Da, dar aș ruga ca să dai foto unde sunt tuburile și gansurile, sunt toate puse. Aici sunt aici, da.
Ok.
Deci aici se poate vedea tuburile pe care le folosim sunt din poliamid.
As you can see, we are using polyamide tubes. Let me translate to be sure that. Yeah, polyamide, maybe. I think this is the term. Yes, polyamide tubes.
Inelul mare este format din 2 tuburi de 63 de centimetri.
The greater ring, it's made of 2 tubes of 63 centimeters length.
Iar cele mici sunt de 45 de centimetri.
And the smaller tubes for the smaller ring are 45 centimeters long.
Scuze, 54.
It's 54, sorry, 54 centimeters long.
Te rog să mergi la imaginea unde se văd gata închise.
This is another image with the tubes and the 4 main gases.
Mai este una, Marius.
Asta. Încerc să caut.
Încă cu următoarea. Aici.
Asta, ok.
Nu, cealaltă.
Asta?
Cealaltă. Anterioară. Aici. Da. Marius, unde sunt cercurile închise și se văd și gansurile pe care le folosim în interiorul lor.
Cred că aici.
Aici, da.
Ok.
În cercul mare exterior, folosim tubul mare, care este de un diametru 10 interior, 12 exterior.
Okay. The greater outside tube is 10 by 12 centimeters or millimeters, I think. 10 pe 12 mm, da, Gianni?
10 interior, 12 exterior.
Da, okay. It's 10 by 12 millimeters, so it's 10 millimeters the inside diameter and 12 millimeters the outside diameter of the tube.
El avem ganți de oxid de cupru. Deci în cel mare exterior avem CH3, în celălalt care intră în tubul de rost avem oxid de cupru.
So we have a tube inside another in here. The outer tube has CH3 gas and the inner tube has copper oxide gas.
În imagine se văd tuburile lângă, cel mare și cel mai gros și cel mai subțire.
Here you can see the thicker and the thinner tube in here. Da?
Cel interior are diametru de 2 mm, exterior 4 mm.
The inner tubes are 2 by 4 millimeters. So the inner diameter is 2 millimeters, the outer is 4 millimeters.
Și în interiorul lui gas de oxid de cupru.
And inside of the inner tube for the copper oxide.
În tubul mic, după cum se poate vedea, avem CO2 și ZNO.
La interior sau la exterior?
CO2 este în interior, zinc oxigen în exterior, adică în tubul mare.
Okay.
Ai înțeles?
Da. So for the smaller ring, we have CO2 on the inner tube and zinc oxide on the outer tube. So the same diameters for the tubes. So we have 54 centimeter long tubes. The inner is CO2, the outer is zinc oxide. For the smaller one, and for the greater one, we have copper oxide on the inside and CH3 on the outside.
Sunt legate împreună cu fir pentru pescuit, care este de fapt tot un plastic.
De nylon, nu?
Da.
Cred că tot așa se trebuie aici. Yeah, so they are linked together with nylon wire. Like you see in this image here.
Am făcut mai multe sisteme, adică mai mulți șori, care sunt montate și de o lună și jumătate în unele, de 2 luni și jumătate în alte case. Sunt 5 sisteme în 5 case diferite.
Da. Gianni, până să ajungem acolo, să spunem și de soarele central.
Aici vreau să ajungem. Soarele central. Aici în laborator am adăugat 5 mililitri din cele 4 gansuri de bază în bila din centru, în bila de ping-pong.
The inner core, the inner ball, has 5 milliliters from all the main 4 gases. And we have more similar constructions in the area, and with slightly different approaches or quantities of the gases.
În celelalte sisteme am adăugat bila goală care a stat în borcanele cu gaz, cum se vede în imagine.
In the other systems, as mentioned, so we have 5 in total, but in the other 4, we have introduced the empty bowl that was kept into the jars with gas. So one is this empty bowl here, one is the empty bowl here, another one, and the fourth one.
Avem și un alt sistem care în interior, în loc de bilă, este făcut din furtun, din același tub.
Asta?
Nu, mergi mai departe.
Cred că e în altă...
E în fișierul celălalt.
Da.
Lasă așa deocamdată.
Okay. We have another set of images. Please let me open them once again. It's a similar construction, and there. Are you able to see the image?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Da. Poți să reiei, Gianni, te rog?
În funcție de ce am vrut să obținem, am folosit fie gans în bilă, fie doar bila condiționată în gansul respectiv.
Okay. So, judging by the results we wanted to obtain, we have used just the tubes with gases and bowls with gases, or empty bowls that were conditioned into jars that contained certain gases. So it's more like working with the fields of the gases, and even though the bowl is empty, it contains the fields of the gas into which it's set for some time.
Aceleași sisteme, aceleași sori am folosit și în solare, unde încă mai culegem roșii, tomate.
The same systems we have used into our solar, from which we are still collecting tomatoes.
Tomatoes și alte plante.
And other vegetables and plants.
Revenim acum la ceea ce vrem să spunem, că în solare și aici este soarele montat într-un apartament care este construit din plăci de beton armat. Fier beton în interior.
Așa.
Și nu a mai fost necesar, este montat acum, cred că 3 săptămâni, și nu mai este necesar să mai încălzească casa cum o făcea până acum. Adică în loc să aibă căldura pornită non-stop, căldura în toată casa este făcută cu un panou radiant.
Okay. This structure here is mounted inside a concrete building. It's made from concrete and iron concrete. I think that's the translation for that. It's like iron structure for the building, and the warming system for it is somehow different because it's obtained by using radiating panels.
Menționez că în acest apartament pereții, podeaua și tavanul au fost nano-acoperiți cu plasmă lichidă în prima fază.
Din cele 4, da? Mix.
Da.
Okay. So it's worth mentioning here that the walls of this room and this house were sprayed with plasma water. Again, there's the mix of the 4 main gases in here.
După au fost nanoacoperiți pereții podea tavan cu o soluție caustică obținută cu plante.
And then the walls were nano-coated with caustic solution into which they used plants as well.
Soluția o obținem folosind la 1 litru de apă 8% hidroxid de sodiu.
Okay. So our caustic solution was obtained by an 8% of caustic.
1% hidroxid de potasiu.
1% potassium hydroxide.
1% clorură de sodiu.
And 1% salt.
Sare de mină.
Mine salt. Okay.
Specii de plante peste 70 cultivate de noi.
And the plants, there were more than 70 species that were collected by us from our garden.
Ok, treci la următoarea, te rog.
Da. Asta e
Așa, aici este sistemul de care vorbeam, în care inelele sunt, adică în loc de soarele central, sunt doar inele în interior.
This is another device into which we used another set of rings instead of the central ball. Așa? Și poți să ne spui câteva detalii aici?
Acolo inelele au un diametru de 5 cm, cel exterior 4,5 cel interior.
The inner rings are 5 cm in diameter and 4.5 cm diameter. The inner one. The 5 cm is the outer one.
Și acolo am folosit o combinație din cele 4 gasuri de bază, cu tot cu aminoacid.
Aceleași proporții în ambele inele, da?
Da.
In both rings we used the same combination, the same amount of the 4 main gases and amino acids of them.
Am uitat să specific clar, la toate inelele, toți sorii care i-am făcut, am folosit aminoacidul.
I need to mention that in all the sons I have built, and including the images I have shown you earlier, we have used amino acids as well.
În aceste spații, cum este cel unde este prezent soarele, nu există conexiuni electricitate sau rețea apă-canalizare.
In this area where we have put these types of constructions, these suns, there is no electricity, there are no wires, there is no water pipes, there is nothing from that categories. It's just this.
Este în ceea ce am numit oasa GG.
This is what we call G&G OSIS.
Aici avem termometre digitale cu alcool.
In here we have digital thermometers with alcohol.
Care arată diferit unul față de celălalt.
they show different values, one to other.
Cel cu mercur l-am spart din greșeală, care arăta alte măsurători.
The one with mercury was showing different values, but I have broke it by mistake. Și tu, ca corpul tău, ce ai simțit ca temperatură?
Este așa, ca idee, temperatura arătată în interior este de 16 grade, afară de 18 grade și temperatura reală de afară e minus 12.
Okay. So the outer temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, the inner was 18 degrees Celsius, but the real temperature from outside was, cât ai spus, Gianni? Minus cât?
Minus 12.
Minus 12 degrees Celsius.
Este încă în construcție.
Okay, this is still under construction.
Dar ceea ce vrem să prezentăm în această seară și dacă avem acordul, putem să arătăm și în direct aici în laborator, în laboratorul de tehnică dentară.
Ok, cred că ne pregătim un pic să încheiem din ce înțeleg, fiindcă ne-am prelungit mai mult decât...
Ok, cred că cel mai bine este să prezint în testimoniale și o să te rog să mă ajuți pentru traducere în engleză. Mulțumesc.
Da. Thank you for now. This is it for the moment. There are things to show again, but we can continue our experimenting. And if you have any questions regarding this, we are here. Thank you.
Thank you, Marius.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thanks, Gianni.
Yes, and all of the Romanians.
Thank you all.
Beautiful, thank you.
I can remind the attendees, if anyone has a question or wants to speak, they can put their hand up and we can notate that and allow you to do so. Okay, I don't see any questions in the live stream. So I guess we'll move on to the next.
Yeah, I don't see any questions here on the other channels.
Okay, well,
for
big
YouTube
thanks.
and Facebook. Yeah.
Certainly a big thanks to our presentation there. It was nice to get all the details and some good images that we can work with too. It's always nice.
Yeah.
Well, Flint, are you ready?
Yeah, I have a testimonial, actually.
Flint's big testimonial here, folks.
We are waiting for you for 4 hours now.
Thank you to all.
Okay, I'll just wait till next month then. Just kidding.
No, you won't.
We've only got 30 seconds left now, Flint. What would you like to say about it?
Oh, no. No, I do have a nice testimonial here. I've been 3 months in the making of it here. And the reason is because I've lost 53 pounds in the last 3 months. Or I'd say probably about 14 weeks.
Wow. Have you lost them, or kind of you're hoping to find them, or did you get rid of them?
Yes, they fell off like jello on the floor. I really wanted to lose some weight. I had gained some weight over the last 2 years of basically just sitting in my chair doing Keshe Foundation work, no exercise or anything, and gained 50 pounds. So really wanted to lose that earlier this year, and I didn't know how to do it. And so a friend of mine had actually made me a plasma water station and decided to just see how it works. So it's very similar to like the Gans water dispenser that was shown earlier, except
you want to show
mine is mine is a container here, and you have all the vials around it. I just fill it with distilled water. This holds about a gallon and a half, or maybe like 6 liters. Let it sit overnight, or at least 10-12 hours or so to energize the water. And I just decided to replace all of my daily drinking water with the plasma water from the station. And so that was back on my birthday, August 28th, and decided to mentally think that, every time I'm drinking this water, that it's going to help me lose weight. And so intention is the biggest part of the plasma water, and making it work or do the things that you would like to see done. And I was at 243 pounds or 110 kilograms. And 3 months later, or I should say 14 weeks later, I'm at 190 pounds or 86 kilograms. And in the meantime, when I started drinking this at the first, I didn't even notice it. I was just drinking it. I was thirsty, and I have to say really thirsty. And I average probably about a gallon a day or so of the liquid plasma water throughout the day. And of course, that's going to make you go to the bathroom a lot, but that's not too bad of a burden after figuring out you're losing weight with it. And I walk out, a couple miles a day. And out where I walk, I'm in nice sunny Florida on the beach, so I walk on the beach 3 to 4 times a week, a couple miles. And mainly that was just to make sure I can keep my legs limbered up from sitting in the chair for so long. So other than that, I didn't really change my diet. It had naturally changed, though. My cravings changed from, less fast food, less junk food, into more healthy food and fruits and vegetables and juices, lots of lemonade and other natural stuff. Less cravings for chocolate, but I haven't stopped eating it. I just eat it a lot less. And because of my schedule, I guess my body's adapted to only like a couple meals a day. So I have like breakfast, or it's more like a brunch or lunch meal, and then a dinner at night. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't really eat or change my diet other than what I followed what my body was craving. So ate less, of course, felt like my stomach shrank, which I think it probably did. So I don't eat as much quantity of food, half as much as what I did before. And feel a lot happier, a lot healthier, and now all my clothes are baggy, which is a good thing.
Did you have cravings when you were when you felt hungry, did you just have a drink of the plasma water?
Yeah, like in between. When I was hungry, I'd have a drink of plasma, drink more like, half a thing of it. So I'll show you. I just drank the water, every time.
And was it hungry. Distilled water or just?
Yes, distilled water is 100% distilled. Yeah. And in the States here, distilled water is like 94 cents a gallon. So I know it's really expensive over in places in Europe. So I don't know if it's a feasible solution. to totally, start drinking 1 or 2 gallons a day, or 4 to 8 liters a day of this stuff.
That's quite a bit of water to go through too.
Yeah.
That's
Again, and I always thought a gallon is like, oh my God, I never drink that in a day. But I have a container I'll show you. That's the other side of it. And these are ganses that are made. A friend of mine, you've heard her here in the testimonials before, Lynn and Paul Schmaltz. They make these formulas, and they have a website, plasmaenergysolution.com, where you can get all this stuff from. So, I'm friends with her, been friends with her for over a decade, and exchanged some work for her, and she sent me some vials and actually the container. So these are new ones that she makes. Obviously this is copper, but she makes a parasite cleanse, a clean mouth one called detox, one for the eyes and improving any type of eye problems, one called clear mind. And then there's a calcium Gans, and then I think the ones on the corners are just the basic 4 Ganses. And then these are the ones that she made for the other 13 base. There's she calls it the never-ending plasma energy station, and comes with 13 Ganses in here. They're different types of ones that are pretty common, other than, well, the gold and the silver aren't, but they made those, and a couple of different type of food Ganses in there.
What's number 7, Flint? I can't read that.
It says herbs, oils, and RELIV, relief, something. I don't know. She's not. They know what the formulas are, but I don't know what they are. Some of these like this herbs, oils. She's probably has a combination of 10 or 15 Ganses in there just to make that one little vial. So, yeah. Amino acids, CO2 with CH3, silver, gold, 2 different food Ganses. And what she did was actually just cook a meal, one of their meals that they like. I think they did a breakfast and a dinner, and took parts of everything that was in the meal and made a Gans out of it. Just threw it in a container and made a Gans. And she started making these things back when we learned about intention and intending how to energize the Gans. And yes, all of these are thrown into one, but if you take the water out of the container, and while you're doing it, thinking or saying that, you want to have some of the food Gans, that's what you'll get. And your body will utilize it as that. And so I just always mentally utilized it for weight loss, and let the body decide what it needs. Zoom in a little bit there, maybe. That helps. So those are the base Ganses. This is my container I drink out of. I just screw off the top. It's an insulated stainless steel container and holds about a liter. Or a quart. So yeah, holds about a liter. And yeah, I drink those. And what I've done is make plasma ice. Take the water out of the container, I froze it, and make plasma ice so I can keep my water cold throughout the day, and I don't have to use, tap water ice or filtered water ice or whatever. That's not going to contaminate the Gans. Now, I don't know what effect the stainless steel would have on the Gans. I didn't notice anything, but I've never tried any glass jar or anything as far as this process of drinking it. That's what it looks like with the cover off. The water in there.
Did you try to spray it in your body?
No, I probably should do it. I can put some in a spray bottle and just, spray it on my arms and legs and such. That'd be great.
Yeah. And you can take it for advanced level and wish for the partner, you know?
Oh, okay.
Joel's just setting us up for his new product that he wants to introduce.
Oh, okay. A new,
very clever, Joel, but I saw
a new body spray that attracts the soulmate. Yeah.
Well, he's going a little more high tech than that, but he's working on an idea, let's say.
Yeah. This is some of the ice I make, and of course, it makes these nice little I don't know, energy spouts.
What is that? What do you mean, energy spout? What is this?
When you freeze Gans water, or at least when I freeze the Gans water out of the station, it just forms these cool looking crystals that grow out of the water. Maybe it's an energy spout or something. I don't know. There's another one.
What?
I'm serious.
I've never seen Ice Cube do that.
It's just a tray.
This is a sign. This is a sign.
Has anyone here seen this phenomenon in their frozen Gans waters? Or is this something new? Is this a new observation? Do we need a plasma scientific journal on this phenomenon alone? This is amazing. Look at it. It's like a little stalactite, but it's...
Yeah.
I mean, did this form after the surface had already frozen over?
Okay, so I don't have a zoomed out picture, but it's an ice tray, and these are literally just round holes, and at the bottom is a little silicone rubber thing, so you can actually push it up with your thumb to push the ice out.
Mm-hmm. And it's half sphere shaped?
Yeah, it's a half sphere shaped, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So maybe that could be part of it. I don't know, but it's really cool. You fill up with water, the water's just at the edge, and it'll literally just freeze over, and then they'll start growing out of it.
And do all of them do that? Or
no, it's totally random. It's totally random. See, this one's sideways. This one doesn't have any here's, none here. There's probably 16 or so hemispheres in the tray, and maybe only probably about 3, 4, or 5 of them will have these little sprouts coming out.
I mean, I could sort of technically rationalize why that could happen and so on.
Good, maybe I don't know.
Well, I mean, the water that would freeze over the top first, and then the density increases inside as blah blah. And
yeah. Well, the one thing is to I would have to get new trays because obviously with freezing plasma water in here, the plastic and everything's probably coated and nano coated and whatever. I'd have to get like a new tray, and then just put water in it and freeze the water and see what happens.
Yeah, that would be the first step, and then
it looks like the water was trying to get out there. I mean, what do you do if you get cold feet? You try to get out of that thing.
Well, it's like it's trying to levitate. Look at it; it's levitating. It wants to go up. Water doesn't
go up.
Go up. It wants to just stay down. That's what water does.
And now,
except when it evaporates, I mean, that's what water does when it goes into the vapor form. It wants to go up really fast, and maybe it's in the Gans form as gas in a nanostructured state. So,
I have some more pictures here of actually inside the cube.
Flint,
and you can see the difference in energies here why this would grow up. You can see two different things, and I'll show that to you here.
Flint.
Yeah.
If I am you, I will take this picture and keep it in the hall now, in the room. And if someone asks, you see on the left side before the plasma, and the right side after the plasma.
That's all you need to show. That tells everything. I want one. How much
are they? After. Yes. No need for those little blue pills.
Yes.
Only boys can.
Yeah, whatever. Now, like this. Now, I have no idea, and I can't remember what I did, but I could have stacked a tray on this top of here, and because it couldn't go up, it went sideways. I don't know. But it's really interesting, and going forward here, there's some more. They go. Some go at an angle. Some are straight up. This one's straight up. This is just water droplets that were sitting there. But yeah, it's pretty amazing how these things grow. And then looking on the side, this is the side view of it now. Like here, you'd have the side view of the energy cluster, and you'd have your little sprout that grows up out of the top here. But this is what it looks like, the different striations or the capturing of the energy plasma in the water. You won't see this in a normal ice cube, I can guarantee that. These are really interesting formations.
It's really nice.
Here's another one.
How'd you get that picture? Did you just took the ice cube out and?
Yeah, I'm holding the ice cube literally in between my fingers, and I took my and took it, and my fingers were freezing. But
I see.
And these things are only about size of a large marble, a cubic.
Right. I understand that.
They're just real small. Now here's the side one. You got the almost like a plate here and a plate here, and there's two different. I don't know how or why that formed. Yes, Mark?
Yeah, it looks like they're coming out of the ice like they want to serve. Like, serve.
Yeah.
Flint is
here's another one.
They're saying that says no pain, no gain. And I know when people diet and so on, they struggle so hard and they're so hard tempted to go back to something. What was there weren't a lot of struggles with this.
A couple of years ago, I did lose 22 pounds, but gained it all back. I was actually on the lemonade diet, or what's called the master cleanse, where you go on nothing but fresh squeezed. You take a cup of water, put in 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of hopefully organic or the best kind of maple syrup you can get, and then a dash or a tenth of a teaspoon or just a pinch of cayenne pepper in 1 cup of water, and that's 8 ounces, or I don't know how many liters is that, 500 mil, probably 250 milliliters or something. And swish it around, and you go on that diet. You drink nothing but that. You have 8 to 16 of those a day, depending on your metabolism and stuff. I average 12 a day. So you go through, a couple weeks time, you go through a gallon of maple syrup, which is not cheap. Pure maple syrup, and lemons by the basketfuls. But I lost weight, cleansed the body, and after that it was kind of, I didn't have cravings for any food. It's like, I have to eat. I don't know what to eat. I struggled for 2 weeks to figure out what to eat. Nothing. I walked up and down the grocery store aisles, and it's like, bleh. I don't feel like eating anything. So that did help to purge my cravings for food. And I gradually, started eating some soups and more vegetarian type meals. And I guess I did stir fry and stuff, and then gradually got back on a regular diet. But I think
it's a good cleansing diet.
It is a good cleansing. And I know, what's his name? Luigi. He does a similar thing, but he does it with plasma water and grape juice or something. Can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you went for like a month or 2 or something.
Yeah. But for me, it was pretty painless because I didn't change my diet. I just started drinking the Gans water, and with the intention of losing weight. And it just I noticed nothing. I was just really thirsty, so that made me drink 4 and 5 of these cups or these quarts a day of the water. And then it really wasn't until about 2 weeks after I started that I think I'm starting to feel a little bit lighter. And I got on the scale, and it was like, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds.
That's amazing. Because normally with the Master Cleanser, you might lose 10 pounds in 10 days or something like that. Yeah. But like you say, you'll gain back half of that as soon as you start eating again as well.
Yeah, correct. I gained it all back within 6
hours. lot more extreme program for sure.
And this, I'm just continuing to drink, and it came off fast, but that could have been my metabolism or body type or whatever. In the first month, it seems like it came off fast, and now it's probably about, I don't know, a couple pounds a week.
That's still significant.
3 pounds a week at the most.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, that it does it almost.
Now, for me, it was a roller coaster, meaning because I weighed myself every day, and I kept track of my weight only when I fell, and I would like lose 3 pounds, and then it would go back up. I'd gain 2 or lose 1, then gain 1, lose 2. So it kind of went up and down. If I did a chart of it, it would be like a stock market chart where it's going up and down, but the overall trend is down. So, yeah. So I feel great, and I still got weight to lose. I probably got about another 10 to 15 pounds yet to my what I would feel would be my optimum weight. And
how's your flexibility?
A lot better. It was really hard for me to bend over and tie my shoes. It's like, or put on sandals, and it's like, what? My gut's in the way.
And you were having trouble with like your legs or knees or something too, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I'd be sitting at the computer and my feet would swell up like balloons.
And do you do that anymore?
No.
Ah.
No. And it's like, oh, my shoes actually fit now. I don't have to wear sandals. But,
wow.
Yeah, for me the weights come off a lot in the legs and rear end and back and chest area, and my stomach, it has a lot too, but I've still got a little bit of a hangover there, but nothing that's really like it was. So I still do, and I really do need to get back exercising because I like riding bike and being outdoors and stuff. I just dropped that off over the last 2 years. So.
And you're saying virtually the only exercise you're getting now would be the walks that you're taking.
Yeah, that's the walks, but I've always been doing those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've always been doing that, and it didn't really help lose weight all that much before that I could recall, but I know it helps. It does factor in and getting some exercise of some sort. So
that's really quite an amazing success story.
That is beautiful, and the lack of suffering to do it is a beautiful thing. That is a real beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This is the way of the future, is the lack of suffering in the transitions that we make to the new technologies. I mean, look now at the energy crisis that's happening in France and spreading through Europe, and actually it's all over the world right now. People are, fed up with paying so much for energy and so on, and they're up in arms that this new tax to prevent them from being polluted, they're up in arms against, because it's a new tax. They can't afford to not be polluted. It's getting crazy and ridiculous. And yet the Keshe Foundation can offer transition technologies to help people through these times, to make it painless and easy and maybe even enjoyable and so on. I mean, sounds like you're enjoying the whole process. It's not, sometimes like the master cleanser, you get enjoyment out of it, but it can be kind of brutal along the way.
It's brutal. The first few days you're doing that are just totally psychologically brutal, because you're starving, you're hungry, you want to eat, and you're forcing yourself not to eat. You're drinking this stuff, and it's
stuff's coming out you can't imagine.
And it's like I don't know.
It's like a purge. It has its place too, I think.
It does. Yes, it does. I'm not discounting any of that. That's all excellent stuff to do. I'm just telling my experience with the plasma water station.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, here's me now. So I'll probably change my red shirt picture, have a blue shirt picture. I don't know.
Did this impact your food bill, Flint, at all noticeably?
Attack it?
No, reduce your food bill per month.
Actually, no, not really. Actually, kind of went up because I was craving more natural stuff, and you know, when you go organic, it's going to be spendy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't eat everything organic. No, I buy when I can or when it's on sale or something. But you know, just craving more natural juices. I love tangerine juice and tangerines and all kinds of fruits. You know, and out here we got everything from dragon fruit to star fruit to, you know, cherries and grapes and whatever. Pretty much all year round, we got whatever you want here in the stores. So just choosing to buy different things, not always everything that's quick and easy to make or something. If you have to make dinner, make dinner. So.
Okay, I see Peggy.
But I do have occasional
Right,
cravings for pizza and stuff, you know, of course. Go to a movie, you might have some popcorn, of course. Whenever you get enough money to go to a movie.
To keep the physicality happy one way or another.
Yeah, go ahead, Peggy.
Flint, you are absolutely glowing in that picture. You look tremendous. This is so fabulous.
The
and
eyes
what I
are
want to
clear,
say,
isn't it? Yeah.
yes, and what I really want to say is now is the time for you to adjust your intention so that you know where your plateau that you want to land and be at comfortably, because we don't want you to disappear. I
What do you
love
mean?
you, brother. Thank you.
Well,
if
think
you're
about
losing
it.
2 or 3 pounds a day or
2
a
or 3
week,
pounds a week times 2 in 2 years, you'll be down to 0.
Yeah, I'll be down to 98 pounds. Yes.
You'll be down with me.
You'll be minus 50. You might be into negative mass and start elevating. They'll have to tie you down to the planet because you'll be floating.
and you can send some my way. You know, I don't want you to be down here at 90 with me. Come on.
Okay.
You know, it's very bizarre, but when you think about it, it is like I just read an article about negative mass attached to dark energy now. They think that all this 90% of the mass of the universe that they can't find is actually a negative mass, and it instead of when you push on it, it pushes back and it actually rises instead of falls. And maybe the GANs is like helping people actually physically elevate in a way by becoming lighter.
They're just trying to explain what the transition matter is. You know, we have the antimatter, or the I forget the name of it.
The dark matter, antimatter.
Yeah, dark matter is a transition matter.
Principal matter.
Yeah, principal.
And now they're thinking it's actually has a negative mass to it. Before they thought it had a mass, but it was not in a negative, having an opposite effect.
So that's why galaxies float. I'm just kidding.
You know, I'm also
thinking that one.
Sorry. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was
Go ahead.
I was just thinking, you know, if our cells all replenish, what is it, once every approximately 28 days, is that meaning that some of them are electing to go elsewhere, to serve elsewhere instead of replenishing? That's something. It's where is that mass really going? Where are those cells? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The floating galaxy.
Yeah.
Flint the floater. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's how you start flying. You have to float first.
Well done.
If you think about it, that's what our skin cells do. They fly off of our body and go flying off into space and could end up in someone else's face, literally. I mean, they are so tiny, and the big ones fall off and go to the floor, but the other ones float around in their atmosphere and end up who knows where. And you can actually scientifically measure that, or scientifically calculate that we all have cells, or at least atoms, that have been in the body of every other human on this planet or has ever lived on this planet. So they scientifically calculate that we all have 100,000 atoms that passed through or were part of the body of Christ, for example, or virtually any other person on the planet as well.
So that scientifically explains why we're all connected and why we're all one.
Yes, you could look at it that way. Absolutely. And all the atoms come from a sun somewhere anyway, so.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
So, yeah, I'm continuing on with it and see how low I can go.
Yeah, that's great. Well, hopefully that will inspire others as well, because this is a big issue for many people. For me, I have the opposite problem. I need to try to keep my weight up, but it seems like the GANs materials are a balancing factor one way or another. They would help those that are starving, for example, and need that extra bit to keep their weight up. And it would help others that are not starving, or at least need to reduce weight, and to help balance that end out. So,
no, Rick, you need it. You need this shape. You remember what Muska said? You need it to run.
Well, set up your plasma water station there, and with as many ganses as you can around it, with food gans and whatever else you can get in there, and then you can have the intention of gaining weight.
Lots of make dirt gans would be good. And
yeah, you talk about making food gans, like it's so simple. So can you just run over that real quick and just share how easy it is to make gans of food? You said that Paul and Lynn made their breakfast and dinner into gans.
Yeah, I'm not a GANs expert yet. That's why I got it from them. But I know one of the ways would be to take your food particles and, grind them or smash them up or get them in some sort of even paste or as small of particles as possible. And then you put that in a container and put in some plasma water of CO2, and then put in a little bit of actual CO2 GANs and let it sit for, I don't know, a week or so. Shake it up every now and then and let it nano coat that way. I know there's other ways you can do it with caustic, of putting caustic in there, but then if you're going to use the GANs of that, you'd use it only in patches. You would take some water off and use it in patches because of the caustic. And I know that if you have a CO2 station making CO2, you can put whatever you want into the CO2 solution there, the saltwater solution, or on top of it. And that'll pull in the energy fields of that stuff. Are all these things correct, Rick?
Well, it seems to be, yeah.
Or Shander?
Now, I was going to suggest that maybe you could show the website. There is some how-to videos there, how to make and use your never-ending energy water station. And
I also had a few testimonials from people who did it exactly the ways you just described, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
People that are here now that can talk about it, you mean? Or
no, not really. No, but in the past, I do remember there were people and they described exactly what Flint was just pointing out there. So yeah, the method that I heard being more and more used is the one with the existing CO2 box, where you just put in whatever properties you want from that substance. So herbs or medication or food.
Yeah. So my friend is Lynn and Paul Schmaltz. They have plasmaenergysolution.com. I'll copy that out here for you and put it into chat. And this is their never-ending plasma energy station. They call it a basic preparedness kit now because, you know, they want to get it out to people so that you'd have something to use to feed yourself, take care of yourself and others during disaster times. And they explain the 13 vials that you get with it. They're asking $237 for the vials. They don't give you the container anymore. You have to find your own container and either position glue or tape them around the container like I did. And they have a lot of different Ganses here too. I know that there's how-to video, here you go, videos about plasma energy.
There's one video there under home, and then where is it? Under video, how-to videos, how to make and use your never-ending plasma energy water.
There you go. Yeah.
Video. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a how to make GANS water video as well, and how to make plasma energy pads. So it's a good source for information, it seems.
Yes, it is. They've done a lot of work themselves and are out to help people as much as they can. And
now this is not, just to be clear, it's not a Keshe Foundation site, or certified Keshe Foundation site, and so the products are under your own risk and all that kind of thing, as they designate in the site itself. They say that they're separate and so on, but it's all tied into the knowledge from the Knowledge Seekers workshops and other aspects from the Keshe Foundation teachings.
Yep, that's correct. So you can have them. You can buy one off here or learn how to make it.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. In the plasma water that this station makes, it's the same energy station, but some of their testimonials are in completely different realms. Everybody has a different testimonial, yet it's the same water because the body is taking what it needs from the water to repair itself.
So some people might have issues with high blood pressure, and others with diabetes or other
others
things.
with breathing problems or asthma, or their pets had something wrong with them, some fleas or whatever. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that people have used this water for.
Imagine if you're a doctor writing a prescription, how easy it would be after a while.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, no problem. GANS water next. No problem. GANS water next. After a while, you just line them up. Have a shower in GANS water and have a drink.
Yeah, look at the swine flu. GANS water.
Yeah. You shower them, you give them a drink, and let them go. That's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. So that's the next thing. Be able to take a shower in this GANS water.
Well, that's what they do for the pigs. Essentially, is they spray them, and they also spray the entire pigsty area where they they clean it and spray it with the GANS water.
Yeah.
And that sets the whole space. That it doesn't necessarily kill everything, but it creates a protective environment that.
Well, that becomes the lesser energy, and then the pig's the greater energy with the plasma in it, and you have your infinity loop between the two to draw it all out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good way to put it.
If I may, I'd also like to bring up something that Mrs. Keshe said recently, and I'm asking because I don't know that it's true, because perhaps I misunderstood. But point, you were just mentioning how expensive distilled water is in a lot of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she said that we could use even tap water now because we know that the fields of our plasma are going to balance that water, regardless if it's tap water or stream water or distilled water. Did I misunderstand that?
I think she did say that.
Sorry, I was trying to put you on the spot, but I'm just curious.
Well, if you don't have distilled water, then I would go with the next cleanest source. If you can get something that's filtered, or maybe just natural spring water, or like a friend or family member has a deep well, you know, something that's not connected to the city with chlorine and fluoride in it. But even if it did have chlorine and fluoride in it, I didn't test it. That you could test it and see how that works. I don't have any way of testing the water to see what stuff's in it, to see if there's actually a reduction of chlorine and fluoride. Now, I know that if you have chlorinated water and you set it out in a tub like this with it open, yeah, in 24 hours, most of the chlorine is going to evaporate.
Okay.
Yeah, it will, and that's
and also
just a scientific fact. It does evaporate because of the lightness of it, or interaction with the oxygen or something. I don't know, but
thank you.
What else would be
replaced chlorine in pools and other places for that are chlorinated
with salt,
with CO2 containers or cans water and different techniques like that. And they've had really good results. Actually, it's kept the algae out of their pool for months at a time, where they normally had to put in the chlorine every few days.
Another thing you could try is that if you have a lot of CO2 GANs, you know, like I don't know, 250 milliliters of it, and you dump that into a bigger water container, and let that sit inside of like a container like this. That will energize the water a lot quicker to clean it up or depollute it. And then you can use it in a station like this for energizing with all the other stuff. So if you can filter it or decontaminate it with GANS energy or GANS.
Moshfek showed a system too. Moshfek had a sphere of GANSes inside of a water container, and he found that was clarifying the water and making it more drinkable. Let me show a picture of I'd like to go back to remind people about the GANS water dispenser.
Oh, I can pull that up here.
Okay, if you want, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just to put a plug in for the Keshe Foundation and try to get people to also support that function, as well as the other fine folks that we've been talking about here. Right, so there's the GANS water dispenser, and you get a container of GANS when you buy this dispenser and GANS combination, apparently. And of course, as we mentioned before, all the different GANSes are available from the website as well. As far as I know, it's a BPA-free spigot, and I'm finding out information about that. I'll know more about that.
And this is obviously, it's a glass container.
Right, it is glass, not plastic. It's important to know.
Yeah.
People prefer the glass, apparently, for being able to clean it and that sort of thing. And it gives a special place to pay for this particular product, as it's certified, I believe, in Austria rather than somewhere else at this time, so it has to be paid for that way. The GANSes in this case are meant to go with the dispenser, but that's mostly in terms of for legal reasons and for marketing. The GANS are supposed to be used with the water dispenser and not come into contact with the water that you actually ingest. It's supposed to be the fields that are released to the water, not the actual GANs. So
yeah, just as I do here, they're on the outside.
Right.
The original ones came glued to the container, but you can just set them next to it, or I have just some Scotch tape going around the ones on the end here.
And is that just hot glue, I guess, that keeps them on there?
Yeah, they used hot glue before.
Yeah, that's a nice way to do it. It's really neat and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get to vary them so easily, I suppose, if you like to do that.
This one's their food GANs. It's yellowy looking, creamy looking. Yeah, so using the energy station or the GAN station has many different applications. One station can be used for a lot of different things with your intention and with the different GANSes that you put around it.
Yeah, great report.
Thanks.
Well done. Nothing like real live experience to give you a personal example, eh?
Yeah. I have another friend of mine that I'm giving this GANS station water to, who's had the beginning of neuropathy in his feet going numb, and he recently stated or told me that it's reducing, it's going away. And there's no, of course, medical doctor statement to that effect yet or anything. It's just from his noticing it, because they were falling asleep at night and sitting or standing during the days, his feet would go numb. And he's in his late 70s.
Neuropathy is when your nerves are dying? Is that neuropathy?
Or something like that, where, yeah, the nerves, you start losing feeling in various, usually your hands and feet, and then it goes up your limbs. So, and he's drinking the same water, hoping to lose weight, but apparently his body's just using it to repair other stuff first.
That's very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Guys, I would like to say something regarding the plasma energy solution website that was presented a bit earlier, and as part of my duty as Universal Council member is to encourage people and to help them get the official information from the official platforms of the Keshe Foundation, which is keshefoundation.org, and all the related learning pages and platforms and information that is stored in there. Of course, there are many other pages that are not official. There are in many languages, but I don't think we should encourage people in our public sessions to be accessing those unofficial pages.
Yes, thank you, Marius. Yes.
Thank you as well.
Flint?
Yes.
I have one more question. It's Peggy. I was thinking about the ice that you made.
Mm-hmm.
And this would also go with, the regular new product that the foundation has in the store, the water with the GANS bottles.
Mm-hmm.
The ice that you made, if you fill you showed us your little mug, if you fill that up with ice and then just use your distilled water in the ice as the ice melts, would that not transfer the fields into the just plain distilled water?
I was thinking a similar thing, yes. Like
yes.
any drink, you could actually sort of introduce the fields into the drink you're drinking just through the ice, and it would be diluted. It'd be like adding the GAN's water to other water in a certain diluted way. It's a cool way to think about that.
Yes,
so
great.
people that drink soda, if they're putting the ice cubes in their soda, then they could be balancing out the negativity of the soft drinks.
Exactly, or the acidity could be balanced with the alkalinity, for example, or something like that.
Yeah, and just the opposite happens usually when people freeze tap water and all this other stuff, and you put the ice in your drink, and it's like, oh, it tastes like crap. Makes your drink taste terrible. So yes, doing just the opposite, making it taste great and energize it. Yes, I would recommend to do that. And I
think
was just,
if you notice,
yeah.
Sorry, friend, go ahead.
I was just being.
If you
go ahead.
Okay, I will go. If you notice the ice, some of them is magnetical and some of them gravitational.
Yes. And look at this one here. You got both. You got an empty space in between, and you got a field here. It's flat, and a flat one here. So how that formed and they separated.
So Flint, did you go from like a 44 waist to a 34?
Oh, I was squeezing myself into 36, but it really was a 38. So I was at 38, and now I'm down to 34. And I have to wear a belt with 34 so they don't fall off. Yeah. And I don't know what that's in centimeters. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And I went from extra large shirt down to a large, which is great.
So now we know what size plasma T-shirt to purchase you for the holidays.
Sure. I don't have one of those yet.
I don't think you can follow him. He will be medium.
No. No. My goal is to get down to like what I was in high school, because when you're in high school, you're fully grown adult. You're not going to be growing much more taller other than out. And I grew out.
Go and bring a partner. You will go smaller than you think. Go fast.
I think that's a sign that you are getting younger for a lot of older people. Or
yeah, that's my goal. I really want to get younger.
If you put on these pounds and so on and become more sluggish and so, but if you're getting down to your high school size and your high school shape, that's younger.
Yeah. Heading there at least. Not there yet, but I'm heading there.
Yeah, by the time I die, I hope to be in the most optimum health in my life.
That means isn't that an oxymoron? That means you'll never die.
Well, you might want to at some point. You might want to get away from the craziness of humanity at some point when you're tired of all the games of life. But it's fun. It's a fun planet. Can't think of a better place to come to for a nice vacation.
You cannot get rid of us so easily.
The trouble with dying is you might come back and have to relive the same thing again anyway, so might as well do it right the first time. This is amazing with the ice. I love it, Flint. I think we'll have to get some people to do some more experiments with it.
Well, you got some CO2 water there. Dump some in your ice tray and see what happens.
Well, I have, but I've never seen such.
Oh, really? You've never
coming out like that?
I never have either.
You need the intention.
It's the
look behind the scene.
It's the special water does that.
Other one that
the
crawling for the unbelievable.
Sorry, go Marcus. What?
The little tube in the other picture that's like crawling over the lip. That one.
It's trying to get over to the other one.
I don't care what you say, it's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other one's just
Don't let
joy.
Danny hear that. She will comment.
The water is alive. It's crawling over the edge.
With the purpose to serve.
Yeah.
It's heading toward the light, one or the other.
It's too late now to fix that, guys. Just give it up. That looks like a spoon, actually. I like that one.
It does, yeah. A little
I
spoon.
thought it had something to do with that. Yeah, it's funny. Is that like a clear spot in that one that grew? It's sort of cloudy at the bottom and then clear bubble, and then it's got a straight part?
Uh-huh. It looks more clear, but it is frozen. But you can see air in there, a little bubble or energy. Plasma.
But not below that. It looks kind of frosty below that, right? In that part, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That was saying, taste me.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the other one had bubbles too that way. Which you'd think all the bubbles would be done with by that time and already frozen or already evaporated or whatever they do. They got stuck in time there. It's beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
It's very like it could be from some other planet. These are the ice forms on Mars that they've discovered. That's where the green comes from.
Here's another one. Here's a side view, so you can tell it wasn't broken. It actually grew out.
That one had a bit of a bubble on it too there in the center.
Yeah. Oh, this one here, yeah.
Or an expanded part there, a clear sort of spot.
So it did grow sideways. It wasn't like broke off. Really cool.
Oh, that's the same one. I see.
Yeah, just a different angle from it.
Right. Almost the one before, the picture before, it looks like it's growing out of itself almost like a plant. Yes. It looks like a stem coming up from itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like an orchid.
And some of them are more towards the center, some are towards the edge, and the angle is totally random, whether it's straight up or out at an angle.
And some of them, there's like absolutely nothing, nothing coming off out of the surface at all. Is that true?
Yeah. You know, like these here, there were just nothing there, and this one grew up. Grew here. Like I said, it's some of the times I stack the trays, so I can't tell if they obviously but no, I have done that where just the tray's in there by itself. Not every single one's gonna grow a little sprout. Only, like I said, 3 or 4. So 3 or 4.
Okay, why don't you make a new experiment? So every one you fill, you put a name or attention to it. As let's say love, hate, need. You see?
Yeah.
And mark it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write what your attention was, and let's see what happened.
But they're so close to each other, all their fields are going to interact with each other.
It's experiment. You can see.
Sander showed us some containers a couple times now where the Gans is migrating off to ones that are interacting with the other containers, and maybe this is something similar.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Ganses usually, don't they have like a 3 or 4 meter radius at least? I don't know.
Was there chocolate ice cream on the other shelf? Maybe that's what it is.
Oh yeah, that's also true. It's interacting.
One's a spoon and one's a fork.
Yeah, it could be interacting with the stuff
I
in my
want
freezer.
ice cream. They're almost that one on the right there looks almost like a pyramid shape or crystal almost.
Yeah,
are they round shaped or do they have like a smooth side on them, like a pyramid?
Well, like I said, these are hemisphere holes.
Yeah.
And when you fill these are filled to the brim. So the ice is going to expand, and so it expanded up and formulated the different shapes as it expanded up.
And are they round like icicles, or do they have flat sides on them that come up? Like are they like little pyramids, or just have a pointed tip? Is this a pointed tip or a pyramid tip?
What, this thing right here?
Yeah. Is it like a icicle, like a round tube that comes up, or does it have segmented sides on it, like 3 or 4 sides or whatever?
This one kind of looks round, but it might have. I never paid close attention.
It will not go.
Actually square.
It will not make quartz crystals. Don't expect
okay.
that.
You would think.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Pointy top on it, so I wonder.
Yeah, it seems that the water, when it freezes, tends to expand.
Yes.
But hence you had the plasma water, it's not uniform inside. There are some energy, some fields. You had the other picture with the cube with inside those formation, like many people obtained. And there you see there are portions which do not freeze in the same time with the rest. Yes, this is.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere, one of these channels of energy had a reach outside or something like that happened, and the pressure from inside found a specific place where it could flow out.
Yeah.
So anyway, this formation look like you have some animals there.
Does.
Maybe they cannot reproduce, but who knows?
Maybe you can train them though to do little tricks and things like lie down. You got one that's already doing it. All right, stand up. Okay, you got stand up and lie down already.
Yeah. Like this one, the energy concentrated over here, so most likely this grew a little sprout thing over here somewhere up on the top.
Are you opening Flint's weight loss spa now? You're the prime example.
Drink plasma water.
Drink
come over.
By the way, Fernando Rendon is with hands up since a minute.
Oh, yes, please. What's your question? And there we go. There you go. Hey, Fernando. Are you there, Fernando?
Hola, buenas tardes, ¿me escuchan?
Hi.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Es increíble los casos de éxito. No sé cómo expresarlo. Yo con mi mamá, con cáncer, es increíble cómo un niño se puede curar en 1 mes y medio. Para mí, que yo no soy doctor, eso es impresionante.
Anybody know Spanish to help translate?
I understood it's about something unbelievable, but I'm not so good to translate.
Sí, les voy a presentar un testimonio en vivo.
So they want to present a testimonial, maybe?
Dan had his hand up. I'm not sure if he wanted to translate or just speak.
I try. I don't. It's about a mother and one child in 1 month or half is cured from cancer. If you understand better. And Fernando want to present this in this workshop.
Oh, okay.
Estella, do you know Spanish at all?
Major parties in workshop of Spanish group from agriculture in this moment.
Yeah, she said she had to go to attend that, I think. Or was that someone else?
Looks like Estella's gone now. Okay, so
There's a Spanish speaking public class right now, so that's probably where everybody is.
Yeah. Are we gone?
I wonder if we should wrap things up and sort of.
So, Fernando, no tenemos traductor de español en este momento.
Y entiendo el motivo y la realidad.
No, todos in taller di Spanish group di agriculture.
Bien. Es increíble. Es increíble, independientemente de las situaciones a nivel mundial, cómo la gente, las personas van respondiendo a esta tecnología.
It's wonderful how to people respond to this technology in the world.
A mí, en lo personal, los casos son irrefutables, como las personas, un niño, un gato, una persona con epilepsia, una persona con cáncer, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Es increíble.
Come how to cure one cat, one child with the cancer, and ¿qué último que hai detto Fernando? Niño, gato e...
Muchas personas se han estado curando, se han estado apoyando con el conocimiento del alma. Y entiendo que habrá mucha gente que en este momento no puede entender, pero se ha dado en los talleres.
In this moment, I understand it. Many people it's in another taller, but with soul, I understand these wonderful things which happen from help of this technology.
Puede recurrir al siguiente taller número 134 acerca de la elevación del alma y acerca de cómo podemos sanar desde el alma. Ya me lo había comentado el doctor, no toda la gente está preparada para conocer esto, pero era importante. Para mí es increíble cómo las personas, los seres, gatitos, perros y mucha gente se ha estado...
Corto, Fernando, per tradurre. Corto. It's about workshop 1 3 and 1. ¿Qué taller hay? ¿Qué número de taller?
134.
103, 1, 3 and 4. Ah, ok.
134 acerca de algunos hechos desconocidos acerca de la elevación del alma. cómo una persona a través del alma puede dar a su aspecto físico y puede elevar su alma.
How
La
to your
comprensión
field of soul you can elevate, change to body, to color of eyes and yourself.
Area sufletului, a spus.
Ok.
Scuze, dar dacă este necesar, fac eu traducerea din spaniolă în română și tu din română în engleză. Mulțumesc.
O să dureze mult. Tot n-ai închis Facebook-ul tău și pierzi legătura. Se aude întrerupt.
Se rezolvă acum.
Sorry, Flint. If you have the patience.
Bueno, muchas.
Si è cortato, Fernando.
Sorry, are we waiting for something here again?
I don't know. It's interrupt connection with Fernando, and I don't know why.
Rick,
Okay.
you have 6 minutes to the Facebook.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. We need to wrap things here soon. So.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Sorry, I tried to translate better, but
No, you did good. Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much, because we would have been stuck there.
Okay, thank you very much, Thor, for everybody, and love, peace and love.
You can tell Fernando if he wants to show more next time, then we can do that.
Okay, I transmit your message. Thank you. Fernando, ¿usted escuchar? Maybe it's a better one message in Messenger or Facebook.
Very good. Okay, we need to wrap things up here before we turn into a pumpkin or whatever happens when we go beyond the time. So, great testimonial meeting. And thanks to everybody for participating and sharing. And it was great to hear, especially I enjoyed Flint's presentation, as I think we all did. And of course, the others as well. Do you want to wrap it, Flint?
Yeah, I got some videos here, our standard ones.
And do you want to announce the ending here, or?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, it's been the 25th Public Testimonials meeting for Monday, December 10th, 2018. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to us. Thanks to we. Joel's famous phrase. And we'll see you next time around. We'll have another testimonials. It'll be next month, the second Monday of the month in January, sometime around there, I believe.
Yes, January.
We'll still have it, even though classes will be out, I think.
Well, it'll be the first day or first evening there of the semester. The 14th of January is the next testimonial meeting.
Oh, okay.
Monday the 14th.
There we go. Great way to start off the new teaching.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it for now. People can send their testimonials to the testimonials.keshefoundation.org site, and there's a form there. You can send them in, and we can publish them on that place as well. And try to make them into a plasma scientific journal entry, and that would be beneficial to the Keshe Foundation and to the generations of beings that come after us. So go ahead, Flint.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hello. We are the Keshe Foundation. Our mission is to bring peace on earth and join humanity with the universal community. We wish and work to bring man as equal to all beings in the universe. By teaching plasma science and technology equally to everyone, no one is left out and no one is abused due to lack of knowledge. By donating to us, you can help achieve this goal. keshefoundation.org/donate.
Plasma products found at keshefoundation.org/store. Soothing, reusable plasma eye and migraine mask. Eliminate eye fatigue and relieve stress in eye area. European certified medical device. Massaging plasma insoles. Bring comfort back to your feet and energize your legs. European CE certified medical device. Antiseptic plasma liquid hand soap. Promotes well-being and relaxation with protective plasma formula. CE certified. One Soul Plasma T-shirt. GAN's formula within the symbols and stripes brings mind, soul, and body into balance. European certified. Pain Relief Pen. Emits a concentrated plasma field at point of pain, efficient up to 3 centimeters below the skin. CE certified. The Magrav's Energizer and Alkalizer raises pH and energizes water through magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Pain Relief Pad, a result of years of research in nanoplasma technology with magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Visit the online store at keshefoundation.org/store or find a distributor near you. Tax and shipping not included.